Chill. What y'all on, gang? Gonna pull up this Niners game real quick. You understand me while I do this. What's good with y'all though, man? Snax on Sports. I'm back with another one. You dig?
For the Jets, number 3 in total defense.
You understand me? Let me pull up this Niners game because I know it's on. Where we at? Yep, Broncos, Niners. Okay. So, Snax on Sports. I'm back with another one, man. I wanted to get up in here and talk about Shedeur Sanders. You know what I'm saying? His preseason debut last night. You feel me? So we had that. You know what I'm saying? Also wanted to talk about Shedeur Sanders, his debut, solid debut. Wanted to talk about on First Take yesterday, you know what I'm saying? They had an interesting little, topic going on about or in regards to Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. And talking about, who should be feared more, or who do players fear more, type shit. And just it's self-explanatory, bro. Like, not self-explanatory, but it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's obvious, bro. But for whatever reason, they try to make a debate out of it. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to talk about that and give my little spiel on that. I'm gonna play a little clip from they back and forth. It was Stephen A. and the other black chick, I forget what her name is, and Marcus Spears. You know what I'm saying? They was up there giving a little commentary on that, on the little Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes when it comes to who's feared more and all that. And then lastly, it was just a little funny topic that I just now found out about yesterday with the WNBA and I guess sex toys being thrown on a court or whatever, you know what I'm saying, dildos or whatnot. It's kind of crazy, you know what I mean? But I think it's hilarious, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so let me jump into Shedeur first, man. So Shedeur Sanders, you know what I'm saying, made his preseason debut yesterday, you dig? You feel me? And he played solid. You know what I'm saying? And he had a good showing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And what it showed me is that, which I never should have been, what I never should have doubted him at, is because it didn't look like the stage was too big for him. I should have never thought that, you know what I mean? Anyway, regardless, you know what I mean? Seeing who his daddy is and how he grew up, you know what I mean? So the stage was never going to be too big for him, you know what I mean? And I should have known that. Not that I didn't think that it was, but I just wanted to see, you know what I'm saying? And so, stage wasn't too big for him. I just wanted to see how he was going to perform, you know what I mean, per se, you know what I mean? And he did a good job. Let me pull up. I'm watching. Okay, and then we got this going on right now. Niners, Broncos. So I'm tapped in with this. But yeah. So let me pull up Shedeur's. Let me pull up some little stats and highlights and all that. But Shedeur did his thing, bro. And I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you know, we're gonna hear a lot of what you call it. A lot of people, you know, talking about, well, you know, it's only the preseason and this and that. I don't want to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? For one, because he a rookie. You know what I'm saying? And the preseason definitely matters for. I believe it still matters for even some veteran players, but definitely for rookies. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention that the reason why I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, it's only preseason, oh, it was only the Panthers and all that, is because if he wouldn't have performed well, you know what I'm saying, if he wouldn't have had a solid showing, you know what I'm saying, then they would have been owning for that. So, you know what I mean? They would have been owning. They would have been, you know what I mean? They would have been, you know, critiquing his performance and all that. So we can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. So let me see. Let me see. Let me go to the Cleveland Browns. Let me see here. John F. said, "You look like a man who would be a good dad one day." Oh, I'm already a dad, brother. You feel me? Ain't no one day. I'm already a dad 3 times over, you dig? No thanks. Okay, let's check out some of these Shedeur Sanders highlights.
He's been very decisive here in training camp, and a lot of
Hold
guys
on.
on this team.
But I got a couple things going on. All right.
We wanted to address our front line defense to stop the run.
Shedeur, play action, and a dime. A dime right into traffic. You know what I'm saying? Completes a touchdown.
Great catch in traffic by the wide
That's a solid throw right there. You know what I'm saying? That's an NFL throw. That's a throw that only an NFL quarterback could make. You feel me? Let's check out another one. Once they get rid of the ads, but yeah, that was dope to see. Good throw, good pass. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some other shit that I want to say about this whole Shedeur Sanders situation, but I just wanted to play a few of these highlights and just give my take on. Okay, here go another one. Come on, bro. Y'all just did an ad.
Or over 800 stylists.
Damn.
Visit your local Maurice's to find fashion fit for you with a little help from us.
All right, here we go. Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, we tried to run it naked, and David. We're gonna do whatever we can to.
My bad, y'all. This shit, I should have went to it. I went to the Cleveland Browns site, and that's all they doing is playing fucking ads and shit, bro. Come on, man, with the ads, bro. Y'all niggas ain't even getting paid off this.
Just the way he's been able to orchestrate what's going on. Off play action, Sanders.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
We're gonna do whatever we can to bring Lombardi back here to Western New York.
Let's go to this one. Another ad.
Aren't you gonna miss the game?
No, I've got NFL Plus. It's on.
So, Shedeur showed that the moment in the spotlight wasn't too big for him. You know what I'm saying? He made some nice NFL quarterback level type throws. You know what I mean? 2 touchdowns. threw 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you want. You have guys like this to come in and make plays, and now he's getting an opportunity.
Yeah. That's another solid. Like that's Tom Brady level shit right there. You feel me? Look, that boy look like Brady.
He doesn't get frenetic. He doesn't get all panicky. Sets his feet. Here's the ball right over. You know, it's an over-the-top thrower, right on the money, low and away. Can't get blown up.
Just like bro said, he didn't get panicky. You know what I'm saying? And all frenetic with the feet. You know what I mean? And I was watching Nightcap yesterday after the game, you know what I'm saying? And I heard Ocho Cinco say something that is facts. Like all Shedeur Sanders did in this game yesterday. Now, mind you, we understand it's a preseason game, you know what I'm saying? But still, he a rookie, and you know what I'm saying? You just wanted to see what he would look like, you know, playing against other NFL players. I understand he wasn't playing against you know, starters and all that, but he wasn't playing with starters either. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he a rookie. So, but what Ocho Cinco said was, man, all he did yesterday in that game last night is just continue on from what we've been seeing him do from Jackson State to Colorado up until now. So poised, you know, not panicky under pressure. You know what I'm saying? When the rush came, when the pressure came, you know what I mean? He was able to, like I said, not get all panicky, and he was able to move his feet up into a point to where you know, he was able to, you know, get out of the pocket and make a throw. You feel me? Jen Welch said he played against their starting D the first quarter. Okay. Cause see, I didn't watch the whole game though. So that's one thing that I do gotta admit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch the whole game. So and then they was saying that first couple drives, you know what I mean? He was kind of not he, just him, but the team was, you know, a little bit a little, you know, iffy, you know what I mean? But it's the first preseason game, bro. You know what I mean? So overall, my thing is, if I was to give Shedeur Sanders a grade for that game, I would give him, if I would give him a grade for his performance, A-, B+. You know what I'm saying? A-, B+ off top. You understand me? And he did a good job with that. So so I give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying? And they saying he only got the opportunity, that opportunity to start because they got what? They got like 6 quarterbacks on the roster. You know what I'm saying? So they saying that two of the quarterbacks right now was hurt. You know what I mean? So that's how he was able to get the start. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? I think it was meant to be. He got the start and did what he was supposed to do with it. You feel me? So yeah, that's all that mattered. Now, another thing that I wanted to say about this situation, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know, I stay tapped in with all the sports shows, all the morning sports shows and all that. First Take in particular, you dig? And you know, the talk about all the talk to be playing with second and third string, they still held it down. You know what I mean? They still held it down. You know what I mean? Like, people want to have it both ways, bro. We can't have it both ways. We can't, you know what I mean, critique them and you know, because my whole thing is, like I said a little earlier, if he would have threw 2-3 interceptions, you know what I mean, and didn't play well, you know what I'm saying, they would have been, you know, the media, fans, naysayers, detractors, all would have been crushing him. You feel me? They would have been crushing him. So, because he did well, you know what I mean? We got to give him credit for that. You know what I mean? I don't really want to hear a whole bunch of, well, it's only preseason. Well, he only played against, you know, backups and second stringers and third and fourth stringers and players that ain't gonna be on the team or whatever. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? He's a rookie. But let me look up his stat. Let me what was his stat line? What was his stat line? What was his stat line? Game highlights. What was his stat line? Shedeur Sanders. Stats. Right here. Okay. Bam. Man, come on, bro. Y'all know I'm talking about the preseason game. They're trying to give me stats from stats versus Panthers. You feel me? Okay, so Shadeur. Hold on, bro. Because earlier today, when I was just looking for a photo. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Let's look at this. Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? 14 of 23, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, completion percentage of 61. You dig? So, you know, he did his thing. So I just want to see him continue to build on that. Those touchdown passes were elite level passes. Straight up. Those are passes that only a professional NFL quarterback could make. Period, point blank. He's gonna, Jen Welch said he's gonna throw a monkey wrench in their drafting for next year. What you mean by that? Chili Mike III, touchdown passes for dimes. Straight dimes, though. Straight dimes. You know what I'm saying? And his dad, Primetime, was tweeting away. You know what I'm saying? Just, it was a beautiful thing to see. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see him. Now, he gonna have some, he a rookie, bro, so he gonna have some rough spots. You know what I mean? Maybe even here in preseason. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised at that. You know what I mean? He gonna have some growing pains. But to come out in the first game and perform like that, I think that bodes well for him going forward. You know what I mean? He got the cobwebs, the butterflies, out the way. So now going forward, he's just gonna be comfortable. He's just gonna be comfortable, you know what I mean? So not that he wasn't comfortable yesterday, but now he really gonna be really in his comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done already, got the first preseason game out the way, performed well, you know what I mean? So now he just gonna go out there and play, you know what I mean? So he may even play even better next time, you know what I'm saying? Although I do know he gonna come up on some roadblocks as every young player, every young quarterback does. So but yeah, let me get to this other thing that I want to say about this, because a couple of days ago on First Take, you know what I'm saying? Stephen A was talking about how he was feeling like them announcing that he was gonna be the starter and all that, like he was basically trying to say that that could be a way for them to hoping that he fails and all that by throwing him out there and all that, and talking about the fact that he fell in the draft and he was supposed to be picked, you know, top 5 or top 10 or whatever, and he fell to the 5th round, and because they don't, you know, they was trying to teach him a lesson, and they don't like his dad and all that. And my thing is like this, and it's the same thing that a couple days ago, who was it? Damian Woody said, and I totally agree. Like, bro, all that's done now, bro. Like that's all that's done. It's over. It ain't it all of the talk about where he was drafted, and you know what I mean, the fact that, you know, he fell in the draft, and whether they like him or don't like him, or you know, whether they was trying to punish him for his dad, and what, all of that, it's like, bro, it's time to play now. None of that don't matter no more. You know what I'm saying? None of that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Luca say go Niners from Italy. Off top. Let's go. Matter of fact, what's going on? But yeah, none of that don't matter at all. It's time to show and prove now. The only thing that matter is the young man got drafted. He's on an NFL team. He's going to make the team. You know what I'm saying? And when he gets his opportunity to perform, it's time to perform. But Stephen A is still trying to, you know, this is what the media do. Stephen A is still trying to harp on the emotional part of it, and trying to make it about, you know, race, and trying to make it about all this other stuff. It don't matter, bro. It's time to perform, bro. You know what I'm saying? The season is here now, so it's time to show and prove, and not prove people wrong, but prove yourself right. Prove himself right, and in that, he'll prove people wrong. You feel me? Lil Zay, so all I know is LeBron is a business. We all know that, man. Come on now. Sam Mason says, how could people not root for Deion's son? The Bronny haters are also weirdos. Well, the thing about it is, cause see, me doing my little take on Shedeur Sanders, it ain't got nothing to do with the fact that he black. I'm rooting for him and all that. I'm going off of what he do on the field. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Deion Sanders was one of my favorite players growing up, so I love Deion. However, I could kind of understand the people that feel like, because Shedeur Sanders and Bronny's situation to me is different. You know what I'm saying? To me, Shedeur has like he's proven like his worth on the field. You know what I mean? Like, he actually showed that for multiple seasons in college. You know what I mean? Like, he actually showed that he's worthy of being an NFL player and an NFL quarterback, versus Bronny didn't earn that. Everybody knows Bronny did not earn that, bro. You feel me? So, but still, even in saying that, it's still a little form of, it's still a little bit there, even with Shedeur, as far as, you know, see, I do think that they was trying to teach them a lesson a little bit, just to say, man, listen, man, you not finna come in here and have that same type of energy. You know what I mean? Like LeBron and Bronny had, and it ain't even really Bronny that got the energy. It's really his dad. Cause see, that whole situation is all about LeBron. That's not even, that situation ain't even about Bronny, bro. All that is, all that is a way for LeBron James to sit up there and try to have another feather in the cap of the GOAT debate. Like, he think that's gonna help him in the GOAT debate. See, he gotta, since he know he can't catch Kobe and Jordan in rings, he gotta do all this other shit that don't matter about nothing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be the first player in NBA history to play with my son on the same team. Yeah. Then they gonna say Jordan never did that. You know what I mean? That's all that's about, bro. I see through all that shit, bro. Like, so, and so for me, when it comes to Shedeur and Bronny, Shedeur, although he's a young man, he's a young player, he looks like he belongs. You know what I'm saying? Bronny don't look like he belonged to me. Like Bronny still look like a it's still like he still comes across like a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, Bronny still comes across like a kid in a way, in his aura, the way he moves, the way he talks. You know what I mean? Like everything, he comes across as a child still. Like he's a boy playing a man's game. Shadeur, although he's a young man, you know what I mean? He looks like he belongs. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference for me. So yeah, I mean, so how could somebody not root for Deion's son? Haterism. But also, if you trying to come in, like that was a little, him getting dropped in the draft, like him falling in the draft like that was a way for them to kind of like humble him, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you right now, it's the difference between the NFL and the NBA. Period, point blank. The NFL, the owners run it. Period, point blank. In the NBA, the players run the shit. Like the NFL is like, I don't give a damn about nothing. I don't give a damn who your daddy is. None of that. Hey, you gonna come in here and you gonna fall in line. You ain't coming in here and run that. And that's why I feel like the NFL has had as much success as they've had. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't what's the phrase? They not letting the inmates run the asylum, so to speak. You know what I mean? The NBA got this, and I'm all for it, bro. Like, but at the same time, like, I'm all for the player empowerment and all that other shit, but only to a certain extent, bro. Like, only to a certain extent. And Adam Silver done let it get so far out of hand, you know what I mean? And this shit has been led by LeBron James that it's all out of whack, you know what I mean? So all the way to the point to where you have a player that basically forced his team to draft his son when was not ready to be drafted. You know what I mean? Gave him a 4-year guaranteed contract and all that. Like that's, you know what I mean? That's corny, bro. You know what I mean? And like I said, when you look at the situation, it's not even about Bronny, bro. That situation is more about LeBron. That's just another reason for him to want people to pat him on the back and see, look what I did. You know what I mean? Jordan ain't never did that. Jordan never played with his son. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all that is, bro. That's all that is. Lil Zay say Warriors suck though. We got 4 rings. That's all I know. All I know, we got 4 rings. I know we the dynasty of this era. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna get back to talking about Shedeur Sanders right now. Somebody said LeBron heater. Wow, did you mean to say hater? You feel me? Chris Collins said roll up. I ain't smoking right now, bro. I put the weed down for a little while. You feel me? You feel me? Heavy Plug said the reason why they picked Deion Sanders' son so late is because a lot of coaches are scared that the team will go after Deion Sanders as a coach. Maybe. OJ Matthews say preach. Heavy Plug say I sound like a hater. Hey, I can sound like whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's my opinion. You feel me? That's what I see. That's what I see when I'm not. Listen, when it comes to professional sports, bro, like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, you got to earn your way to that. Everybody want to talk about, yeah, it's nepotism in all aspects of life. It's nepotism in all aspects of life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He could give his son a lead position in one of his businesses or something. But to force this is the Los Angeles Lakers, bro. One of the most storied franchises, not just in the NBA, in sports history. You feel me? And They allowed for LeBron James to make their franchise a joke by doing this, bro. You hired the nigga friend as a coach, you know what I'm saying? So you got, and this is why with this new ownership, they're like, nah, we cutting that up. That's out. See, that was all Jeannie Buss and the Buss family that allowed that to happen. But now it's new ownership. Now that's the reason why LeBron got this 1 year left that he just opted into. After that, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? They moving on to Luka, bro. You know what I'm saying? This Luka team now, and LeBron see that. That's why he doing whole shit and being passive aggressive, like always, taking pictures, working out at the Clippers facility and all that. Like, that shit corny, bro. Like, all you bronzexuals, I don't understand like how y'all even root for this dude, bro. I never said he's not an all-time great and none of that. I'm saying, like, bro, LeBron, like, so that's what we doing? Like, we just forcing we you know what I mean? We hijacking the franchise and forcing forcing the team to draft our sons and shit. Come on, bro. Like, I understand nepotism is a natural part of life. But in professional sports, bro, you supposed to earn that. You got to earn that, bro. I'm sorry. Ain't no nepotism when it come to that. This is supposed to be about earning your position, bro. You don't get to just, you know, be gifted, you know what I'm saying, and be handed a position on a professional sports team, whether baseball, football, or basketball, bro. No, that ain't the way that's supposed to go. So I'm gonna always be against that. Lil Bronny James was not ready, bro. Period, point blank. We all could see it. You know what I'm saying? He should have stayed in college. You know what I mean? But he should have stayed in college another 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? Continue to develop. You know what I mean? This little nigga was the 8th leading scorer on his college team, my nigga. Like any other college player that is the 8th leading scorer on their college team, bro, they're not even getting drafted. Fuck drafted. Everybody's like, well, he didn't get drafted till 55, bro. He wasn't good enough to get drafted at all, my nigga. Period, point blank. You know what I mean? He should have still been in college. You know what I'm saying? But LeBron James is so thirsty to have people call him the GOAT that he done put all this pressure on his son, forcing him into the NBA when he's not ready to be there. So it ain't about no hate. I'm not hating. They got Bronny set for life. What I'm hating on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not hating on the little nigga he already got money. He don't need the money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's ruining the Lakers franchise. You know what I'm saying? And it's ruining the overall competitive nature, bro, of the game. You know what I mean? It's making it a joke, an absolute fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that. I'm standing on it, and I'm not gonna change. I don't give a damn what you bronzexuals say. I don't give a damn about no bronzexual. You feel me? So most 55th picks do not make a roster. On my mama, let alone get a fucking 4-year contract. And what he got, like 30 million or something like that? Man, this shit is ridiculous, bro. That shit is ridiculous. So y'all can say whatever, you bronzexuals can say whatever the fuck y'all want. I don't give a damn. You feel me? Yeah, so, hey, heavy plug, say whatever you want to say, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck all that name calling and all that, whatever. I don't give a fuck about all that. You know what I mean? By you responding like that, talking about dick eater and all of that, who's the dick eater? You the dick eater, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Any nigga that gotta respond like that over a motherfucker opinion and facts, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? So we all, everybody in the chat can see who the dick eater is. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? Like, y'all niggas worship this dude so much, bro. It's sad. You know what I mean? But keep worshiping him. That's why the nigga ain't gonna never be the GOAT. That's why he ain't gonna win no more rings and nothing. His time is up. Your time is up, bitch boy. Retire. You feel me? Retire. You dig? So everybody know this. But back to Shedeur Sanders, man. I wanted to play this clip real quick. Let me see. First take. Shedeur Sanders. Okay, here you go right here. Here you go right here. Here you go right here. Hopefully ESPN don't hopefully ESPN Astro said, as a Pels fan, I love Curry and Jimmy. Right on. Salute to you, big dog. Hopefully ESPN don't come in, because sometimes when I be using their clips, or one of the last, I don't think it's because I used the clip. I think it's because I took the my what's it called? My thumbnail. One of the thumbnails that I used for one of my recent lives, the thumbnail was a picture of the First Take panel, you know what I'm saying? And somehow or another, they probably seen that. Somebody seen it, you know what I mean? Or probably reported it or whatever, and they end up blocking that video. Now, the reason why they blocked it is because they were saying, because I use audio clips, you know what I'm saying? But I use audio clips all the fucking time, and they never block it. Only time they ever block, so I had to go back and take the audio clips out of the show. But I use video clips all the time of First Take, and they never block it. You feel me? Jeffrey Chandler, what up, boy? You know what I'm saying? But I think it was more or less because I used my thumbnail was the actual First Take panel with Stephen A sitting there and whoever else was up there with him. And so it made it look like it was a ESPN thing, you know what I'm saying? But so hopefully they don't block this one or try to confiscate my shit or whatever, but I don't give a damn. I'm finna use it anyway. You feel me? Let me see. Here we go. Because I want to give my little opinion on this take right here. Come on, man. What's going on? Why I can't hear this shit? Volume is up. Hold on, my bad. Volume is up. This shit wild, B. I cannot hear this shit, bro. My bad, y'all. I don't know what the fuck going on, why I can't hear the shit. The volume is up. The YouTube volume is up. Oh, wow. Okay, let me close Chrome and open it back up. Let's see if that do the trick. But yeah, though, bro. History. Open these tabs. Dang, what's going on, big dog? Volume all the way up. That's that. The fuck? Okay, hold on, bro. Hold on. I think I gotta restart this motherfucking laptop. I don't know what the fuck going on, man. But in the meantime, in between time, the clip that I was trying to play, the clip that I was trying to play, it was just them talking about the clip that I was trying to play was just them talking about the whole Shedeur Sanders situation with him getting drafted, where he was drafted at, and them picking him to start, why he's starting and all that. And Damian Woody, the football players, is gonna come in and try to game Stephen A and let him know, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it ain't about that no more. You feel me? But as always, see, and I fuck with Stephen A, but you know, as always, Stephen A being Mr. Know-It-All, you know what I mean? He can't never be wrong. So even when somebody come in and try to correct him, even if he wrong at something, he gonna say, no. What I was trying to say was, and what I'm trying to say is, you know what I'm saying? Y'all took what I'm saying out of context. Nah, we heard exactly what you said, big dog. We heard exactly what you said. Ain't nobody take you out of context. Jeffrey Chandler said LeBron's whole career was scripted from the jump. From the jump! From the jump! Everybody know this. Come on, man. ATV 911. Oh, you know it's Niner Gang all day. You know it's Bang Bang Niner Gang. Come on now. Come on now. You feel me? You already know it's Bang Bang damn Niner Gang out this motherfucker. The sun is right here shining on this one spot. I'm over here charging my... Okay, here we go. So yeah, my laptop was just... I guess this is an older laptop now.
Stopping you from owning your first home, starting your business.
I bought this.
We are 4 weeks.
I bought this motherfucker in what? 2020, 2021. I bought this laptop. I bought this laptop right here. Remember when everybody was getting that EDD money? Yeah. Yeah, I got my little EDD money. I'm talking about. I went straight to the Apple store, man. Let me get that. You know what I'm talking about? And I ain't talking about. I'm not talking about I did anything illegal. No, I'm saying no, my name. I'm not one of these motherfuckers that had, you know how motherfuckers was doing that shit with the ED. They had hella checks, but in other people's name, you know what I'm saying? Couple to that. No, I wasn't doing none of that. I'm talking about it was my name on it, you know what I'm saying? But I was still, you know what I mean? I was still, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? They were sending me my little checks. I went straight to the Apple store. So I bought this in what, 2020, 2021. So it's about 4 or 5 years old now. But and it kind of been glitching out on me a little bit the past couple months. Not a lot, but just every here and there I'm starting to see. You feel me? So yeah, but anyway, here we go.
Until the NFL season kicks off, preseason starts tonight. Joe Burrow will be in action against the Eagles.
Hold on, let me see. My bad. The Rams, Mr. Figueroa say the Rams are a crazy team, though. Yeah, everybody. We will see about the Rams because everybody talking about the Rams this and the Rams that. You feel me? Because of how they ended the season last year and almost beating the Eagles in the playoffs, and the Eagles went on to win the Super Bowl and all that. But it's like what the Rams did last year, that don't just carry over to the next season. You know what I'm saying? We will see. You dig? So, but yeah, my Niners, we gonna be back this year. You know what I mean? We got a nice, cool, little, easy schedule. So, you know what I mean? I don't see us missing the playoffs this year. If we miss the playoffs this year, we just some sad, sorry pieces of shit. You feel me? Okay, ATV 911, Dolphins fan. Okay, hey man, the Dolphins, bro. I just feel like on some real shit, bro. Y'all got to get a new quarterback, bro. Tua. If Tua didn't have so much brain trauma going on, and I would maybe be a little bit more of a believer in the Dolphins, bro. But with with Tua, bro, it's only a matter of time, bro. Like he gonna have another concussion, bro. Like it's just gonna happen. They gonna, you know what I mean? They trying to, and then like the last time he had that injury last year, it's like, bro, stop going head first, nigga. You know your motherfucking brain is made of fucking mush. You understand me? Stop going head first. Slide, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Slide. You can't go head first. It just is what it is. You feel me? So Tua gonna get hurt, bro. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? And if he was able to stay healthy and he didn't have all them brain injuries and all that, then I would be more willing to give the Dolphins a more of a shot at it. But I can't put full faith in the Dolphins, knowing that they quarterback, you know what I'm saying, got a fucking brain that's fucking marshmallow and jello and shit. And I don't mean to be, you know what I mean, disrespectful or nothing like that. God bless him and all that. But I'm just saying. But Tua is nice. Like Mr. Figueroa said, Tua is low-key nice. No, Tua is nice. I'm not saying he's not nice. I'm just saying though that brain, that motherfucker, that, you know what I mean, his brain is injured, man. You know what I mean? Straight up. He can't take no type of big hits. You know what I mean? He got to slide. He got to get the ball out quick. He can't take no type of big hits, or that's it. Y'all season is fucking done. You understand me? So, and then we see Tyreek Hill. Man, you could be the best receiver, you could be the fastest receiver, all this, all that. If you don't got a quarterback to get you the ball, bro, you just like a wide receiver is a dependent position, bro. They need a solid quarterback to be able to get them the ball. You ain't got to be Patrick Mahomes, you ain't got to be Joe Montana, you ain't got to be Tom Brady, but you got to be sufficient enough to be able to get the ball to the receiver, bro. You know what I mean? And once two will go down. Now, I don't. Hey, so who said they was a Dolphins fan? Was it okay? Oh, ATV. So, I don't know what the quarterback room is looking like, but I would like to believe that the coaching staff and the front office for the Miami Dolphins would have addressed that situation with the quarterback, meaning, you know, knowing that you got a starting quarterback, knowing that your starting quarterback is injury prone like that, like you want to go get you a backup that like a quality backup. You know what I'm saying? Because you know Tua gonna go down at some point, bro. It just is what it is. I hope he don't, but I would not bet my money that he wouldn't go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, so if they haven't addressed that, that's just negligence right there. That's negligence to your team. if they haven't addressed the fact that you know, if they haven't got a solid quality backup quarterback, like I mean, you just got to do that. You feel me? Like, how many more times did this dude got to show you that he's injury prone and he's going to get hurt before you go get somebody? Because last year when that shit happened, the season was over. Was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year. The season was over. Tyreek Hill is a bona fide star, superstar receiver in the league, and he was relegated to, you know what I mean, looking like just an average receiver and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't had no quarterback to get him the ball. So I would like to think they would have addressed that. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know, ATV. I ain't been keeping up with the Dolphins like that, so let me know. You feel me? ATV said the rookie quarterback we got from Texas is not bad. Okay. Shedeur, Sam Mason says Shedeur would be dope in Miami with Hill and Waddle. Yeah, definitely. That'd be something. That'd be something special right there. Straight up. Jeffrey Chandler said, do you think it's time for Mike Tomlin to go on down the road? I don't have a problem with him still being there. You know what I mean? That's Mike Tomlin. He's a great coach. You know what I'm saying? But my only thing is, like, okay, like for example, I got into a back and forth little situation with a few of my homies on Facebook like last year when we was talking about Mike Tomlin versus Kyle Shanahan. You know what I'm saying, right? And everybody talking about Mike Tomlin. And I'm not. Mike Tomlin is a great coach. All I was trying to say is, bro, in recent memory, recent history, Kyle Shanahan has been much more successful than Mike Tomlin. It's not debatable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kyle Shanahan has been to 2 Super Bowls since 2019 and been to either 4 or 5 championship games, NFC championships, with like 2 or 3 different quarterbacks, with multiple quarterbacks. You understand me? Mike Tomlin ain't won a playoff game or only one playoff game since like 2015 or some shit like that. So that's all I was trying to say. So should they let him go or whatever? I'm not sure if they should let him go. They just got to shore up the quarterback. They haven't been like basically is what I've been. Oh, that's the reason why. Because I was saying that because it's this whole thing with Mike Tomlin. Oh, he ain't never had a losing season and this and that, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, okay, that's good and all. But a lot of them seasons before it went to 17 games, a lot of them seasons was 8-8. He got a lot of 8-8s in there. You know what I'm saying? So like they trying to make it seem like, oh, he ain't never had a losing season, like he's always had a winning season type shit. It's a lot of mediocre seasons in there. It's a lot of 8-8s. It's been a few years where they ain't made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I was saying. Not taking away nothing from Mike Tomlin. I love Mike Tomlin as a coach, especially as a black head coach. You know what I'm saying? But he's a Super Bowl champion. Been to 2 Super Bowls, even though that was early in his coaching career. But yeah, he's proven himself to be a great coach. It's just like time is ticking now. Like, you know what I mean? It's like how long is he going to continue to live off of, you know, all of the success from his first 3 to 5 years? You know what I mean? Like, you know, but he with the right franchise, because they didn't only had 3 head coaches in like 60 years and shit. You know what I'm saying? They had Chuck Noll for what? Hella years, 20 years or some shit like that. Then they had Bill Cowher for like 15, 16 years, and then Mike Tomlin. So they don't just be letting go of head coaches, you know what I mean? So he gonna be there. But they just gotta shore up the quarterback position. And it's still not shored up, even though they got Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Like, Aaron Rodgers is at the end, bro. He's at the back end, you know what I'm saying, of his career. So, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Aaron Rodgers announce that this is going to be his last year? So, you know what I mean? They got 1 year with Aaron Rodgers. Then they're going to be looking for a quarterback again. So, I don't give a damn how great of a coach you are. If you don't have a quarterback, you're going to struggle. Look at Bill Belichick after Tom Brady left and has been retired. He had to go to fucking college. You feel me? This nigga had to go to college. So, and Bill Belichick is a great coach, but we see, bro, if you don't have, like, it's not, that be the thing I be hating when they talk about, they try to give certain coaches credit over other. Oh, well, Phil Jackson, he had Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and Shaq O'Neal. Show me one Hall of Fame head coach that did not have multiple Hall of Famers that playing up under them. You know what I'm saying? Or at least an all-time great player. Okay? It don't exist. From Red Auerbach, back in the day with the Celtics, to Greg Popovich, to Phil Jackson, to Pat Riley, to Steve Kerr, to Bill Walsh, Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells. The NFL is a whole bunch of Bills. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy with the Andy Reid. Like, there's no all-time great coach that did not have at least one all-time great Pantheon player or multiple Hall of Famers, bro. Like, it doesn't exist. You feel me? So, Mike Tomlin has to shore up that quarterback position. Otherwise, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to continue to be mediocre. Period, point blank. That's all it is. Yeah. Mr. Figueroa say, nah, Tomlin is a good coach, but I don't know why they just can't win a playoff game. Cause, bro, they haven't had a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why they've been with these mediocre quarterbacks. That's the reason why, bro. They got to get it. In the NFL, you got to have at least a serviceable quarterback. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a solid serviceable quarterback, bro, you're not doing nothing, bro. Like, this ain't the days of the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. You know what I mean? When you could have the most or one of the most dominant defenses in NFL history, and you gonna go win the Super Bowl off winning every game fucking 14-9 and shit, 14-10. That's not happening, bro. That era is over. You feel me? So yeah. But let me play this real quick, bro.
They better start off. But I'm looking at them and we believe what they bring to the table defensively, offensively is,
It makes it easy to list on several booking sites at once and get more eyes on you.
That 1 and 11 number is real. They better start off.
Beat Jacksonville. 0-2. Playing with some of the
blah blah blah. Get to it.
Okay, we know what this brother.
Other news to get into. So Shedeur Sanders has to work his way up the depth chart, but he will start in the Browns preseason opener tomorrow against the Panthers. He's gotten the fewest reps.
Now this was a day before the game yesterday. So, but it's just Stephen A said something that I had an opinion on, so I just wanted to play this since I'm talking about Shedeur Sanders.
The team starters so far at training camp in a very crowded quarterback room. Meanwhile, Anthony Richardson will start tonight versus the Colts in the first preseason.
Hudson Sauer, do a edit of me. Do an edit of me. You know what I'm saying? Go to my homepage on YouTube, man. Go listen to some of them songs, bro. And do an edit of me.
Game against the Ravens, Daniel Jones, the former Giants quarterback, will take over in the second half. Damien, I'll start with you. Who has more at stake in this preseason opener? Is it Anthony Richardson or Shedeur Sanders?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's Anthony Richardson.
Hold on, bro.
Seed, and what people think about a
47.7. Don't have the pressure to go out and win this starting job. I can make it look clean. I can deal with sudden change.
Get to the point.
Those are things that this coaching staff, two other quarterbacks, really long time,
are legit. In the case of Anthony Richardson, that's just the ultimate indictment. It just is. The fact that you're a high draft pick, you're a top 5 pick, and you end up in a situation in your third year or so in the league, and we're looking at you and we're saying Daniel Jones.
Come on, bro.
And then suddenly you throw him into the start line.
Okay, here we go.
Against the third unit. There's been 11 practices, if I remember correctly. He's been he's been playing against the third unit. He's fourth on the depth chart. And then suddenly you throw him into the start lineup, and he hasn't had any reps with the first team at all. Think about that. So you're just gonna throw him to the wolves like that, huh? If he had first team snaps in practice.
First off, bro, it's like my opinion on that is throw him to the wolves. What you mean, boy? This big boy shit. This is the NFL. Ain't no such thing as throw him to the wolves, bro. Like you want to coddle Shedeur Sanders and make sure that he's ready and he has all the bro. It don't work like that, bro. This big boy shit. So hey, if your number get called, you better go out there and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? See, Stephen A. See, I understand, bro. We all fuck with Dion. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Stephen A. want to have this kind of opinion where, you know, because Dion is his friend and all that, so he want to say stuff that he feel like, you know, is going to be in favor of Shedeur Sanders and his son and all that. It don't got nothing to do with that. Big boy sports. This, you know what I mean? This is it's time. Ain't no coddling and waiting till he's absolutely 100% ready and all that. Ain't no such thing, bro. You know what I mean? When it's time to play, you got to go out there and play. You feel me? So to me, ain't no such thing as throwing them to the wolves. You know what I mean? Like I said, when your number is called, you got to go out there and do your thing, bro.
I don't say that, but he does it. And then all of a sudden he's starting tomorrow night. It's like you want him to fail. I'm not accusing the coaches of doing this. I'm not accusing the GM of doing this, but that don't.
See how when he said that, she kind of tilted her head to the side. That her tilting her head to the side is like a, come on, Stephen A, bro. Like this has nothing to do with them wanting him to fail. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not accusing the coaches of doing this. I'm not
see,
accusing the GM
look at that.
But that owner, Mr. Haslam, that's a different animal there. This is a $230 million guaranteed deal to Deshaun Watson.
Look at that. Damien,
nothing to do with this pick.
Damien, look at Damien Woody. Damien Woody is like, man, this dude is talking nonsense right now, bro. He just speaking, trying to you know, like I said, he's trying to be like so in favor of the Sanders family and trying to say the right things to make it look like he on their side and all that. And it's not about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that it don't matter. Don't none of that shit matter.
Have anything to do with it. I mean, that wasn't me. That was GM Barry. That wasn't me. The owner sitting up there. That wasn't me. Wasn't me. Yo, wasn't me. That's what he was saying. And I'm saying, really? That's what we doing now? That's what you're doing? You're trying to disassociate yourself from a quarterback that's on your roster at this particular moment in time. You give him no first team reps. He's been working out with the third team, and then you just gonna throw him in there for the opening.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Sure.
Isn't that the job every week of a backup quarterback?
Thank you.
Quarterbacks never get first team reps, but if a quarterback goes down, you are required to go into the game and operate at a high level.
Thank you.
In the game. So that's I think that to me that's number one. That's number one.
I need to throw a question at you, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. What I'm saying is, you
see, I don't like that, bro. Like, I understand, Stephen A, this is your show, but let this man get his off, bro. Like, you sat up there and did all your talking. As soon as this man say something, just because it's opposing you, now you want to throw something else in there. Like, let him get his off, big dog. You feel me? Hold on, let me see. Oh, messages. Okay, it's on there. Okay. Yeah, let Brett get his off, man.
Being a champion, you playing in this league, I understand the job of a backup.
And like I said, on top of that, Damien Woody is a former player, a 3-time Super Bowl winning champion. He knows of what he's talking about. But then you got this big forehead motherfucker right here that want to just, he just can't never be wrong. You know what I mean? He want everybody to agree with him that, oh yeah, they're trying to set him up to fail. Damien Woody is trying to tell him, ain't nobody trying to set him up to fail. This is his job, bro. His job is to be ready. He's a backup. You know what I mean? You have to prepare every week as if you're the starter. So ain't nobody trying to set him up to fail.
Mm-hmm. But this situation is different. This is a guy that was projected to be a top 3 quarterback in the draft. He fell to the 144th pick as a 5th round pick.
So what?
It was universally recognized that it extended beyond the field of play as to why his stock plummeted.
See, I disagree with that. He's trying to say it was universally recognized that the reason why Shedeur Sanders dropped was not because of his play. It was because of extracurricular things like him being cocky or arrogant or who his dad was and all that shit. Maybe to some degree, maybe a little bit, but I just don't agree with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree. You know what I mean? So I don't believe that it's universally recognized.
He gets picked up by Cleveland. I'm simply saying, if you look at the kind of circumstances that Shedeur Sanders has had to embrace, and on top of it all, you haven't exposed him to any first-team reps. And then the first time he's going to see anything comparable to that is in his first ever preseason game. I'm just saying that looks very suspicious.
No, there's nothing suspicious about that. Just like Damian Woody said, that's his job. Backup quarterbacks, third-string quarterbacks, they never get reps with the first team throughout the season. They always are getting reps with the second and the third stringers. And if the starting quarterback happens to go down in a game, they are required to come in and perform and do their job as if they're the starter. So it has nothing to do with it being suspicious, like they want them to fail. But this is what the media do. They want to make it dramatic and you know what I mean, and sensationalize it and make it something that is not. But Damian Woody finna give his piece. You know what I mean? He finna come back at him.
I will say this. I think, number one, we have to start throwing out the whole pre-draft process.
Yes.
To Shedeur Sanders.
Yes.
Because the bottom line is with him, he's a fifth-round quarterback, fourth on the depth chart. I would make a case for Shedeur Sanders in this. You've been presented with a unique opportunity.
I agree with that.
That's it.
Opportunity. I don't look at it as he's being set up to fail. I'm looking at you being given an opportunity to go out there and put your best foot forward.
There you go.
In an uncomfortable situation. If Shedeur Sanders goes out here on national television and
see, Stephen A want to make it all, he want to be all emotional. You know what I mean? Stephen A wants to, like I said, he wants to play the victim card and the victim role. Oh, look what they're doing to Shedeur. You know, it's not right what they're doing to him. Damian Woody is telling him, hey, bro, it ain't about that, bro. It's time to show and prove. All that shit don't matter about nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, Stephen, it's all about how you look at it. Are you looking at it as your cup is half full or half empty? Okay? Damian Woody is saying, I'm looking at it as my cup is half full. Meaning, I'm not looking at it. He shouldn't be looking at it like, you know, they want him to fail and they throwing him out there to the wolves and all that. He should be looking at it like, I have an opportunity to go out here, perform, put my best foot forward, and show and prove and show these people why they drafted me. And that's exactly what he did yesterday.
Trust me, they're going to be a bunch of eyeballs on that game. If Shedeur Sanders goes out here and ball, do you know what that's going to do for him?
That's going to do wonders for him.
It's going to do wonders.
I'll let you go, Courtney. Just to be clear, I am in no way saying that Shedeur Sanders should have any attitude different than what you articulated. He needs to think exactly how you said. I'm talking. I'm saying what I think, just like David Woody was saying what he thinks.
Right.
We ain't encouraging him to think like that.
Yeah.
What we're saying is, we on the outside looking in. This looks suspicious.
No, it doesn't.
You know, like you want him to fail.
No, it doesn't.
I hope he doesn't. I don't believe he
No,
will.
it doesn't.
And I do believe the opportunity is incredible for him, but I don't like how it's going
Courtney,
down.
No. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. And this is another way. And like I said, I fuck with Stephen A. I like him. He's entertaining. He's funny sometimes. But this is just he's showing how all he's doing. He's showing here that he can never be wrong. Okay, because Damian Woody came out and said he had some valid points. Hey, that don't matter. It don't matter where he was drafted. He said, hey, it's time to stop thinking about where he was drafted at and why he dropped in the draft. And the season is here. The season is here. It don't, all that stuff don't matter no more. It's time for him to get out there, show why they did draft him where they drafted him at. Like I said, show and prove. That's all that matters. You understand me? That's all that matters. Let's see what old girl got to say.
Just got there this week.
Right.
So, like, I don't think.
Pick it.
Kenny Pickett's injured
All right.
now.
Okay,
So,
he's
so you don't feel like it's a conspiracy theory?
No, but I get
it's
how
based
you're
on the
saying.
circumstances.
Right.
Circumstances, but obviously the optics don't look great because it looks like there's friction between ownership and the front office as to why the pick was made in the first place, when it was made, and the situation that he was put in from the very beginning of camp of not getting first team reps.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, we'll keep it going here, guys.
And that's another thing.
Lost his favorite target in Cooper Kupp this season.
And that's another thing. Why Stephen A is talking, 2 of the quarterbacks on the depth chart is hurt. So why you talking about, oh, they holding them back, you know, or they just throwing them out there to the wolves, bruh? The real reason why he started yesterday is because two quarterbacks that are that may be higher than him on a depth chart, they're hurt. So it ain't got nothing to do with none of that. But I just wanted to say that because I seen that yesterday or the day before on First Take, you know what I mean, when Stephen A was trying to, over dramatize the situation and make it seem like somebody is like they out to, like they out to get him, you know what I mean? And I just totally disagree with that, you know what I mean? Because I think that's a straight bitch ass way of looking at it. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about, right? It also has to do with First Take. You feel me? And let me see. I'm almost done over here charging. But it also has to do with First Take. And that is, so yeah, on yesterday's show, they was talking about talking up about which quarterback out of Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, who opposing players fear more, right? So, and to me, it's an obvious answer, bro. Like, I don't even know, like, what the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. Let me see. Let me see. I just don't get what the debate is about. And I'm gonna get into.
Listen, I didn't hire a team.
I'm gonna get into why I feel the way I feel. But let me see. Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson versus Take. A year ago, 5 years ago, 11 months ago. Let me see if I can go back on here from yesterday, okay, so this is what I say real quick, right? My thing is like this. They said that Kimberly Martin, okay? Kimberly Martin is the black chick that be coming on First Take, like a sideline reporter, you know what I mean, for the NFL and stuff like that. So you see her throughout the season on the sidelines of, Cleveland Brown games, Baltimore Raven games, Cincinnati games, whatever. So I believe it was her that said that, either her or somebody else that said that they had talked to, they had interviewed current players and asked them who they fear the most, what opposing quarterback they fear the most. And I guess the majority of them said Lamar Jackson, right? And I'm like, why would they say that? They do know about this guy in the NFL that's won 3 Super Bowls in 5 years. His name is Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? They do know about him, right? And see, this is the thing about it. I understand what it is, okay? They tired of Patrick Mahomes. They tired of him being so successful, winning so much. So what happens is, when you've been so successful and they tired of getting bopped over the head by him. So when you tired of getting bopped over the head, now, like, you want to give credit to somebody. You tired of continuing to say, oh, Patrick Mahomes. It's like, this is an obvious answer, bro. I'm a San Francisco 49ers fan. This guy, Patrick Mahomes, has beaten us the last 2 times he was in a Super Bowl, in 2019 and in 2023, okay? He has single-handedly prevented us from having 2 more Super Bowl rings, okay? So I would love to say somebody else. I got to call it how I see it, though, okay? Now, and not only on top of that, Lamar Jackson is my favorite player to watch. He's my favorite player to watch. But just as I say about in basketball, and when I'm talking about the Jordan debate, the Jordan and LeBron debate and all that, my thing is it's about winning, bro. So last time I checked, 3 is more than 0. Okay? Patrick Mahomes got 3 Super Bowl championships. Lamar Jackson don't got nothing. Okay? They both got a couple MVPs. Okay? But that's a regular season award. That granted, it's a great accomplishment to have. But for me, I'm the type of sports fan, and when I was playing sports, I'm the type of player and fan that it's all about winning. It matters most to me what you do in the big moments. And Lamar Jackson has yet to beat Patrick Mahomes when it matters most. How the hell can you pick Lamar Jackson that's being more feared than Patrick Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes, like this is my thing. If it's 2 minutes to go, right, and your team is down by a touchdown or less, who would you rather have the ball? What does history tell us of who you would rather have the ball? Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson? Patrick Mahomes has continuously won games that it looked like he was gonna lose. Mr. Comeback. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes always comes from behind, comes back, and gets the job done. Lamar Jackson a lot of times is ahead and gives the game away. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Lamar Jackson don't have no type of comeback victories himself, but what I am saying is that we know for a fact, like history has shown us, that if it's 2 minutes to go and you got a lead, but Mahomes is getting the ball, more chances than not, most of the time, he gonna come through and go down there and get the win. Whether it's scoring a touchdown or whether it's getting his offense close enough in field goal range for the kicker to come in and make a field goal, you know what I'm saying, and win a game like that. You feel me? Period, point blank. So I don't get, I get it. Like I said, the only explanation it could be is they just tired of Patrick Mahomes. So they trying to talk their way into somebody else being, it's absolutely no way that you could say that Lamar Jackson, I understand they want their talent and this and that. Man, I don't care about how fast you is, how far you could throw the ball, how much you could run around and break tackles and all that. Okay, and unless you gonna do it when it matters most, when it's winning time, I don't care. Okay, Patrick Mahomes gets it done in winning time. Okay, when it matters most. So, but there's a clip that I want to play. You know what I mean? And y'all know I'm into playing these clips, big dog. So let's see if I can find this from yesterday. I need to prepare for these lives more and have these shits already queued up. You dig? You feel me? Let me see. Let me see this real quick.
Braden Willis in motion, 2 tight ends again. Denver brings pressure. Taylor bounces it outside, looking for the pylon.
Let's go. Bang, bang, Niner game. Bang, 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 Niner game. Okay, now, let me, what's this, was yesterday? Hold on. Let me. Okay, right here. I just gotta find it. Okay, here we go. Stephen A. Advice to Shedeur Sanders. Okay, here we go. Bam, 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 bam. Where's it at, bro? It's tonight, make or break. Damn! Okay, I might gotta go back a little farther. My bad. Let me try to hold on. Let me pull. Let me all right. $12. Yeah, let me find this clip. I needed to unplug because other people is here waiting to charge. I'm charging my situation up right now. You dig? So let me bust around here real quick and extend me. And let me get out of this sun. What y'all on though, man? I'm talking about. See, I usually be going live late nights. You know what I mean? I know it's Saturday. So everybody out doing their thing right now. So a lot of my usual suspects ain't up in here. You know what I mean? They probably missing this live, but it's good. This is the only time, not the only time. I could have went live tonight. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times when I be done working, shit, I be tired. You feel me? So sometimes I go live late night, but then sometimes shit, I go to the house and go to sleep. You feel me? But I had to come over here and charge, so I was like, man, I might as well just do this live right now. But let me see. Let me try to find this clip. Let me go. Let me see. Let me go first. First, Lamar versus Mahomes. Fear. Let me see if that pulls something up. It ain't doing nothing. It ain't pulling nothing up. Let me see. Let me filter. Let me see time. Upload date. Sort by relevance. Upload date. Last hour today. This week. Okay. Okay, here it go. Here it go. Okay, here it go right here. Here it go right here.
Producers, this
right.
plugin helps you finish
Right
way faster. Check this out.
Go to, I just said that, and then go to tap that. I was just talking about how
And I'm gonna use code
how this ain't the normal time that I go live. Plus, it's a Saturday, so a lot of my usual suspects ain't up in here. But yes, sir, football is back. But I want to play this little clip real quick of them talking about Lamar versus Patrick Mahomes, and why I felt like Stephen A's take was kind of outlandish. You feel me?
I had to phone some
There's
friends.
only one answer.
I had to phone some friends. Relax. It's your turn. I had to phone some friends. I actually asked some defense players, like, who was the hardest for you guys to game plan? And they said Lamar Jackson. Because one said Lamar Jackson athletically, he is head and shoulders above the other quarterbacks. Another one told me, and I wrote down, because he said, I love Josh Allen, because I brought up the point that Josh Allen, he's got the tremendous arm, but he plays like a running back. And he goes, I love Josh Allen, but Lamar does not play like a running back. You can put bodies around a running back. He plays like a slot receiver. It is hard to stop him when he has the football, when he's throwing it. So they think
It ain't hard to stop him in the playoffs, but I'm gonna just leave that there.
the defensive players I talked to all unanimously said Lamar Jackson. I would have said Joe Burrow because he can do it all, but I will lean on.
Hold on. You would have said Joe Burrow. All of the defensive players that you talked to said Lamar Jackson. Ain't nobody saying Patrick Mahomes. The guy that got all the rings, you know what I mean? These dudes don't got none of the rings, but every other player is harder to game plan for. That's to me, that tells me it ain't nothing but a bunch of hate going on. Period, point blank, bro. There's absolutely no excuse. There's no, listen, I love, Joe Burrow is, I'm talking about, man, when I'm saying I love Joe Burrow, he's probably my favorite quarterback. Okay. But I'm talking about results and who get it done. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm a fair-minded sports fan, bro. Just like I said, I'm a Niners fan. Patrick Mahomes has brought me pain in the last 2 Super Bowls that we've played. Absolute heartache, pain, okay? So I would love to be like, oh yeah, this player, and like I said, Lamar Jackson is my favorite player to watch. So I would love to say, oh, this player, this quarter, dude, Patrick Mahomes gets it done when it matters most. Period, point blank. I know people, what about the refs and this and that? They get assisted by, man, you can go back and look over the course of all dynasties, especially recent dynasties, whether it's the Patriots, the Warriors, the Bulls, the Chiefs. All dynasties get favorable calls. All of them. It's just what it is. They done won so much that they get the benefit of the doubt. So the Chiefs are not getting no more favorable treatment from the refs than any other recent dynasty. All dynasties get favorable calls. It just is what it is. Go to Leangela said rings don't matter in the NFL nearly as much as in the NBA. For me, they do, bro. For me, it does. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm just talking about for me, in my opinion. For quarterbacks, rings matter for quarterbacks, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. That's where, because my thing is, what I'm saying is, like when it talks to, when they're it's about winning. Like, to me, bro, we can break it down any way we want to break it down. At the end of the day, all of these sports come down to winning, bro. It all comes down to winning. So all I know is, like, it would be different, bro, if Lamar Jackson at least got to a Super Bowl or at least beat Mahomes one time in the playoffs or something. He's never beat him when it matters most. Never. So my thing, and you have the opportunity to do it, bro. Like, we can go back and look at some of Lamar Jackson's performances, bro. Even in games where he hadn't played against Patrick Mahomes, when he playing against other teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, for whatever reason, he don't get it done when it matters most. I hate to say it. That's my favorite player. but it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So for me, especially when it comes to quarterbacks, bro, rings, the rings matter, bro. Like, and winning just, to me, bro, I will never be a sports fan that, like, all I'm saying is this. I understand that there's a fear factor with Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow, and like they're hard to game plan for. But how you gonna say? I'm not saying you go to Leah. I'm saying anybody in general. How can somebody say those players are harder to game plan for than Patrick Mahomes? Like, I just don't get that. Patrick Mahomes he got everything, bro. He got the MVPs, the accolades, and the Super Bowls, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm no Patrick Mahomes fan. I just be calling how I see it. Let me see. Goda said, Chiefs get absolutely stupid calls, though. They do. I still remember 2022 AFC Championship game. We had the Chiefs beat, had them at fourth down, and all of a sudden, ref gave a redo the third down. Yeah, I agree with that. They be getting some favorable calls. You understand me? So I agree with that. But like I said, only reason why I was saying that is because, like, bro, I've been watching sports for a long time now. For whatever reason, when Dynasty teams, I can say this as a Warriors fan, bro. Like, now I know a lot of people like to say Steph Curry don't get to be one of the greatest of all time and to be a bona fide superstar. He gets maybe a little bit less of a whistle than like other superstars around the league. But still, overall, I can say over watching the Warriors play, especially over this era, they done got some calls. You know what I'm saying? All dynasties do. It just is the way it is. I mean, it's just, it's just when you earn the reputation of winning so much, bro, it's just like the refs is just, it's just embedded in their brain that when a game is close, to just to give the team that's used to winning more, just give them the edge. You know what I'm saying? But it's also went against the Chiefs too, in favor of the Patriots. I remember when the Patriots won their 6th Super Bowl. Okay, now they end up playing the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. This was Patrick Mahomes' 2nd year, but his first year as this nigga, bro, in his first year as a starter, bro, this boy threw for 50 touchdowns, damn near 5,000 yards, won the MVP, and was in the AFC Championship game against the greatest quarterback of all time, and was a offsides call away from being in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So he done this. He been like, Patrick Mahomes is he's just like that. So that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, at first, I used to really hate him at the beginning. And then I just had to come out, bro, and I just had to just give it up to him, bro, and just be like, nah, this dude is really, I'm gonna tell you where I gave it up to him. He had already won a couple Super Bowls, I believe, and it was a regular season game, bro. And it was a play where, because he be doing that. He kind of like the NFL version of Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? And he be doing his little wizardry shit. You know what I mean? And it was a play, bro, where the play had broke down. Okay, he scrambled out the pocket, ran to the sideline, was damn near about to run out of bounds, stopped, spent around, the defender that was right there like missed him, and then he like threw the ball over his shoulder and shit into the end zone, and whoever the receiver was, this motherfucker right here, I had to give it up, bro. Damn, man, this nigga right here, this shit is fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Once I seen that play, bro, Like, I'm gonna try to find it, you know what I'm saying? But once I seen that play, I was like, nah, bro, this dude is unreal, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Golden said, nah, I agree, Lamar chokes. I'm making an argument for my quarterback, Joe Burrow. Okay, no. And that's a good argument to make, though, Golden, because Joe Burrow, outside of this past Super Bowl, Joe Burrow is the only quarterback of today, like I said, outside of Jalen Hurts, to beat Patrick Mahomes when it matters most. Before that, it was just Tom Brady. Tom Brady was the only before he lost the Super Bowl. It was only one other quarterback that had beat him in the playoffs, and that was Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? In the AFC Championship game, the year that the Cincinnati Bengals went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Rams. Other than that, Patrick Mahomes had only lost to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl and in the AFC Championship. You feel me? So that's all I'm saying, bro. But I don't get like how people can say, I understand we have our opinions, but I don't get how people can say, well, this quarterback or that quarterback is more harder to game than Patrick Mahomes, who got all the Super Bowls, and the same quarterbacks that they saying can't fucking beat him and shit. You understand me? Like, it's just weird to me. You understand me? But let me get back to this clip.
The defensive guy.
Now, Swagoo, you said there's only one answer. Was that the correct answer? Ooh.
Who you got?
Who you got?
Y'all know the correct answer. He down there in Kansas City.
Yeah.
All right? Because all these people that y'all about to bring up, he consistently beat their head in. All right? And all these defenses that have a plan to stop him, eventually it's like dripping water. You're going to get mad and you're going to try to swipe it away and he's going to take advantage of you. I have an issue with this question. Like, you have to take context, right? Lamar Jackson in a game, ability is like, that's unbelievable. You playing against him. In my time, it was Michael Vick. You like, damn, we got to play Vick. But the scariest person was 12 in New England.
Period.
Hard game plan to me equals the scariest person to play.
Period.
You choose my firm.
I agree wholeheartedly with Marcus Spears, man.
Is the scariest quarterback in the NFL to play the game. I don't care about athleticism.
None at all.
You can make
at all.
Feel like a slot receiver if he feel like a running back. Because both of them, when the last game is being played, they are sitting their ass at
okay.
Home. And 15 is playing in the game.
Okay, look. Okay, go to LiAngelo. I at least hear what you're trying to say, right? The last 2 years, he's not the same player that he was before. Think about that. Think about what you're saying, bro, and what he has done. So the last 2 years, he won the Super Bowl and lost in the Super Bowl. So that's just a testament to how great he is. Like I said, I'm no Patrick Mahomes fan at all. I'm not saying this as a Patrick Mahomes fan. I am not a Patrick Mahomes fan. I just respect how great he is. But so this is what I agree with. I agree that overall their offense hasn't been as potent as it was the first 3 or 4 years. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's the weapons have been a little less, but still, even in that, they won the Super Bowl. Last 2 years, they won the Super Bowl, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they won the Super Bowl and they lost in the Super Bowl. Okay, so you say I'm listing team achievements, but bro, you got to understand. Okay, like you got to understand you. So okay, so let me ask you this: it's a team achievement, right? So that's kind of like saying it is a team achievement. Like it's this, and when I be saying these things, I'm not saying that one player is doing it all on their own. However, I know this to be fact. I don't care what nobody say. Take Patrick Mahomes off that team. They don't win the Super Bowl, and they're not in the Super Bowl last year. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, it is a team achievement, but if Patrick Mahomes is not on that team, they're nowhere near close to winning a Super Bowl in 2023 and appearing in the Super Bowl last year. Like in 2023, they beat us. They beat the Niners. You know what I'm saying? When it was winning time, bro, who they give the ball to? In overtime, they gave the ball to Patrick Mahomes. He marched right down the field. They didn't need no field goal. He scored a touchdown to win the game. So that's all I'm saying, bro. It's like it's a team achievement, but it's like, come on, bro. Like it's like we could say that when we trying to make when we trying to make an argument. Yeah, it's winning a Super Bowl is a team achievement, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But Patrick Mahomes, and no doubt, is leading that team to that team achievement. Without Patrick Mahomes, they are not there, bro. They're not there. But I agree with you, though. I do agree with you that no, and especially last year, I don't know how they was winning all them games. You know what I'm saying? But they found a way to do it. Like Patrick Mahomes, especially last year, like he did not have a typical Patrick Mahomes kind of year. Straight up. I 100% agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't disagree, and I give you that. All I'm saying is there's something to be said, bro, for finding a way to get it done, bro, to get the win. And so yeah, the defense had a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be different. See, this is the difference though, right here. It would be different if the defense had always in this whole dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would wholeheartedly agree with you if that was the case. But the fact that we know that Patrick Mahomes has had these monster type years and these monster type performances, we know what he's capable of doing. So you going to give a player like that the benefit of the doubt is when it seems like his production is coming down a little bit, you know what I mean, or somewhat. But as long as they're still winning and they still finding a way to get it done, you're going to give them the benefit of the doubt because they done won so much. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the way it is. So it's like I agree with you in some ways, but in other ways I disagree. You feel me? See, that's not what I'm saying though. That's not what I'm saying. So you say according to you, is George the best? No, I'm not. No, see, that's not what I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying winning the Super Bowl makes you the best. It makes you the best quarterback. No, I still feel like Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback. So I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Tom Brady. Okay, Tom Brady appeared in what 10 Super Bowls. He didn't win every one. He lost 3. You know what I'm saying? He won 7. So, anybody knows that I don't like, because the fact that like certain things, bro, like go without saying. Like what's understood don't have to be said, right? So, in 2017, the Patriots lost to the Eagles when Nick Foles was the starting quarterback. Everybody knows Nick Foles ain't better than Tom Brady. So no, I'm not saying. Yeah, rings matter and the championships matter, but what I'm saying is what they're trying to say is, and like I said, it'll be different if Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, if one of them at least had a Super Bowl victory. They don't have nothing, and this fool got 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? So it just don't. So what they're saying is, what they're trying to say is, who's harder to game plan for? You know what I'm saying? Now, are we talking about the regular season? Because if we talking about the regular season over the past couple years, okay, I'll give you Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and all that. But we all know, bro, like at the end of the day, it matters what you do in the playoffs, in the biggest games, in the biggest moments. And when it comes down to that, it has been proven that Patrick Mahomes is still the head honcho. Now, I understand they got blew out last year, this past Super Bowl, by the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. And he did get outplayed by Jalen Hurts, but that was the Eagles defense. You know what I'm saying? That was the Eagles defense. Yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah, the year was 2018, but it was the 2017 season though. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I say 2017, because when you go back and you say like the 2017 Super Bowl champions, I'm talking about the 2017 season. So the 2017, the winner of the Super Bowl of the 2017 season, the Super Bowl was actually played in 2018. Yeah, but it's the 2017 season. That's all I mean when I say when I said 2017. It was the 2017 season when the Philadelphia Eagles and Nick Foles beat the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the actual year when the game was played was 2018. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, let me see. You said, in my opinion, Drew Brees is the third best quarterback of all time. The dude was one play of his defense not letting an 80-yard last-second touchdown away from Super Bowl appearance in 2017 and a BS pass interference call. And like I said, that's your opinion. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I have Patrick Mahomes as my third best quarterback, you know what I'm saying, of all time. Just because the quarterbacks, Super Bowl victories matter. You know what I'm saying? And I believe I can be backed by that, by credible media members that I have heard say that, and players, you know, would say that. And Drew Brees is an all-time great, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta have, like, if you're gonna be greater than Patrick Mahomes, you got to have more than one Super Bowl victory, bro. Like, and I understand we could say, oh, this happened and that happened and the pass interference call. It just is what it is, bro. Like, if that's, we can go back in history to a lot of, you know, we can take one of Magic Johnson championships away. When that phantom call, when they said Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got fouled and he really didn't get fouled, and they was down to the Pistons 3-2 in the NBA Finals, and then the Lakers ended up winning that game and then end up winning Game 7, so they end up winning the championship. Like, we can go back in history, bruh, and do a whole bunch of wouldas and couldas and ifs and ands and buts, you know what I mean? But we just got to go with what happened, bro. You understand me? So I get it. I understand it. I'm not saying Drew Brees ain't all-time great. I love Drew Brees. I was rooting for him when they beat the Colts, you know what I mean? And ain't nothing wrong with you having that opinion. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with somebody saying that Drew Brees is the third best quarterback of all time. But for me, if you're gonna be the third best quarterback of all time, for me, in my opinion, you have to have more than one Super Bowl victory. For me, I'm gonna always, bro, put the majority of my stock in Super Bowl victories. And all of the quarterbacks that I have, they don't just have like Super Bowl, like it ain't like Terry Bradshaw that yeah, he got 4 Super Bowl victories, but he don't have a whole bunch of individual accolades like that. And he was playing on a team that had one of the greatest defenses of all time for that era. It ain't like that. We talk about Tom Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady don't. I mean, 7 is that's just ridiculous. So that alone right there, he can just go off Super Bowl victories. And we've been seeing all of the ways that he done won Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? All of the comebacks. The in 2016, the 2016 season against the Atlanta Falcons being down 28-3, Tom Brady is just legendary. So he can just go off Super Bowl. But he don't just have Super Bowls. He got the Super Bowls. He got individual accolades. He got all that. You know what I mean? Same thing with Joe Montana. He got the 4 Super Bowl rings, and he got the individual accolades, the all pros and all that. The same thing with Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? For me, with Drew Brees, he has the all the longevity stats, you know what I mean, and all that, and you know, he threw for a whole bunch of yards and stuff like that, but only one time did he end the season hoisting the trophy. I mean, like, you can't have 18, like, what he played, like 20 years or something like that. I mean, you can't have like 18, 19 excuses. I mean, sometimes, hey, so that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm a fan I'm about winning, bro. You know what I'm saying? So who wins the most, along with having like individual accolades and all that, I'm gonna give them the credit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put them over somebody else that I know is an all-time great, and that's a great player, but may not but don't have as many rings, or don't have any rings. Or rings is always gonna be the you know, the tiebreaker or whatever. You know what I'm saying? For me, because that's what matters most. And all of these players that we talking about, I believe, I would like to believe that they would agree with that. Like, they would say that yeah, we got, you know, they know they all great, you know what I mean? But I believe they would all say it's about winning, bro. You know what I'm saying? Except for your opinion, my second is Joe Montana. I ain't putting Mahomes near there. So I'm saying my GOAT is Tom Brady. My second is Joe Montana. So I'm right there with you. But my third is Patrick Mahomes, because the Chiefs are a dynasty. Like, bro, look at what they've done, bro. Like, they've been, like, they're doing the same things. They're on the road to doing like the same things that the Patriots did. Patrick Mahomes, since he's been the starting quarterback, has never ended the season and playing in any game less than a championship game. Like, come on, bro. That's crazy, bro. Like, that's crazy stats, bro. Even Tom Brady some years didn't make it all the way to the championship game. You feel me? There has never been a season where Patrick Mahomes has been a starter and he has not made it to at least the championship game, bro. Like, 5 Super Bowls, bro. He's been, how long has he only been in the league? Like 7 years, bro. 7, 8 years. He's been to 5 Super Bowls. He's won 3, and he's never, like, and he got 2 MVPs. You know what I'm saying? He got seasons where he didn't throw for 50 touchdown passes, close to 5,000 yards, if not more than 5,000 yards. Like, for me, bro, like I said, bro, I'm not saying this as because I have players that I hate and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that you hate Patrick Mahomes, but I'm just saying, bro, like it's kind of like it's kind of undeniable. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when it comes to where we want to rank certain players and all that, you entitled to rank Drew Brees where I'm not mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Drew Brees ranked higher than Patrick Mahomes. I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying, for me, already in his career where he's at 7, 8 years, ain't never, you know what I mean? Like, he the stuff that he's done already, bro, in this short amount of time, bro, is like, it's absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. And that's my whole point about what they're saying, you know what I mean? And saying that, oh, you know, this player or that quarterback is harder to game plan for than Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, how?
I think I know where you might go. Before we get SA's answer, let's get a little input from the delightful audience here. Scarier. Make some noise if you think it's Lamar Jackson. Okay. All right. You think it's Patrick Mahomes? Does sound about even, I say? Sound about even? Okay, what you got to say?
I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson. I'm going to
Okay.
say this to you. Swaggo, I would totally agree with you if this question was asked before the Super Bowl. But after that ass whipping,
And see,
the Philadelphia Eagles lay on the Kansas City Chiefs, it was very, very humbling. And here's what I mean. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in football.
see, that's another thing that I agree with. So now Stephen A is going to say that because they got blew out, and no, nobody's seen that coming. But Stephen A is going to say because they got blew out in the Super Bowl, if this question would have been asked before then he's saying, you know, he would go with Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, bro, it's one game, bro. It happens, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, because basically what he's trying to say is, what I'm taking from that is he's saying, like, because they got blew out like that, now that's what we're going to see from a Patrick Mahomes led team going forward. And I just don't agree with that, bro. It was one game. If they would have played that same game the following Sunday after the Super Bowl, I would be willing to put a lot of money that the game wouldn't have went like that. I'm not saying the Chiefs would have won, but would they have gotten blown out like that? 99.9% probably not. You know what I'm saying? We didn't seen in the NBA, and this, you know, in the NFL, it's one and done, bro. It's not, you don't play a series like you do in baseball or football or hockey. We done seen in some of these NBA playoff series a team go from beating a team by 30 points to the very next game losing by 30 points. So if the NFL playoffs was a series, just like other sports, the same things would happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the reason why you, like, when you have division matchups, you may have one game where the Ravens play the Steelers. Okay, the Ravens may win, and then when they play each other 5 weeks later, the Steelers will win. Like, it's just, I don't agree with, oh, because they got beat down, then now, okay. So, I mean, they got beat down by the Philadelphia Eagles. They didn't get beat down by the Baltimore Ravens. So how does that change it for Lamar Jackson? Like, Lamar Jackson had nothing to do with that. So I don't agree with that at all. That the fact that the Chiefs got blew out in the Super Bowl, that means that Lamar Jackson, it should be more feared than Patrick Mahomes. Like, dude, Patrick Mahomes was in the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson was at home watching it. He had an opportunity to be in the Super Bowl himself. He didn't get it done. So I just don't agree with that, like, at all. How the Chiefs getting blew out in the Super Bowl by the Philadelphia Eagles, who are quarterbacked by Jalen Hurts, how that says that now Lamar Jackson is harder to game plan for and should be more feared than Patrick Mahomes. I don't see the correlation there. You understand me? If y'all get what I'm saying, like, Lamar Jackson had nothing to do with that. But Stephen A is entitled to his opinion.
We're not disputing that. And the brother's a 3, and he's been the father of the last 6 Super Bowls. His credentials speak for itself. And you are absolutely right. He's usually sending them home. But it's not like the offense is a juggernaut offense and, you know, the other cats don't have a chance. This situation with Lamar Jackson, he hasn't stepped up and elevated his level of play, which is why we don't say he's better than Patrick Mahomes. But in terms of his...
So he's not better than Patrick Mahomes, but he's harder to game plan for? How does that make sense? Like, these dudes just be on here talking, bro. What type of sense does it make to admit that Lamar Jackson is not better than Patrick Mahomes, but somehow he's harder to game plan for than Patrick Mahomes? I don't get that.
Ability. He creates such fear in the opposition. You're always within striking distance with him. I believe if Lamar Jackson, let me put it to you this way. I believe if Lamar Jackson was going up against the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl last year, it would have been much closer.
Dude, bro. He didn't get there. How can you say that? How can you say the quarterback that was not good enough, did not play good enough to even get to the Super Bowl like Patrick Mahomes did? If he would have been, so you just hypothetically put him there and say that the game, like, it would have. I don't get how you say that, bro. He didn't even make it there. He got beat by the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen, who then lost to Patrick Mahomes. I think that's what happened. Or did Lamar, or did the Bills, or did the Ravens lose to the Chiefs in the championship game? I forget. Or did they lose to him I forget. Either way, he didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? Go to the end. I said, man, you putting way too much emphasis on team success. I don't believe I am. Because like I said, it's not like, bro, when it comes to the Chiefs, this is what I'm saying, bro. The same way with this is I'll try to say it like this. The same thing that I would say about the Chicago Bulls when Jordan was playing. Yeah, you needed Steve Kerr to hit, you needed John Paxson to hit some shots. You needed Scottie Pippen to play the role that he played, to play that defense, and bro, you needed all of those things to happen, right? If you take Michael Jordan out of the equation, you don't even get to the point where John Paxson, Steve Kerr, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, BJ Armstrong, or Dennis Rodman, you don't even get to a point where they could even help out and even contribute to the championship. That's what I'm saying, bro. So, like, when we say team success, bro, yeah, it's the team, but if you take Patrick Mahomes off, this is undeniable, bro. If you if Patrick Mahomes just don't exist, we're not even talking about the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. That's my point. So, yes, bro, you need the defense to make some plays. You need, when he throw the ball to Travis Kelce, he got to make a catch. You know what I'm saying? You need all of that. What I'm saying is, my fault. My wife calling me. Wifey calling the boy. You understand me? But what I'm saying is, bro, if Holmes off the team, they not even in that position, bro. And it's the same way with Steph Curry. Yeah, he need Klay Thompson to be Game 6 Klay. He needs Draymond Green to be the defensive player of the year and do all of that. But without Steph Curry, you're not even in that position. So that's when you say it's a team accomplishment, it's like now it's like now you almost dissing Patrick Mahomes. Like you almost giving too much credit to like the team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it takes everybody to contribute, but there is like a such thing as like a central piece, like a nucleus. You know what I'm saying? That makes it all go around, that makes everything flow the way that it's supposed to flow. Without that nucleus, nothing else even happens. Like, nothing else even matter. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like you gotta, I would never say that one person is just doing it all. You know what I'm saying? But the one person that gets like the most of the credit, like in this situation, Patrick Mahomes, like he has performed, bro. Like we have seen him over and over again. Like my whole thing is, bro, at the end of the day, bro, you can't you can't argue the results. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about winning. You can't argue the results. We've seen him over and over and over again have game-winning comeback drives. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen it. Like we've seen him do everything. So like we then can't just be like, oh, well, it's really everybody else. You know what I'm saying? No, all of those other things you can take away. As we see, you can take Tyreek Hill away. Tyreek Hill is an all-pro wide receiver. All-pro. One of the best receivers in the league, if not the best. Okay? I know some people say Justin Jefferson or whatever. Either way, we split hairs. He's an all-pro top receiver in the league, top 3 receiver in the league. They won 2 Super Bowls without him. You know what I'm saying? They've been to other Super Bowls without him. So you can take this player away, this away, that away. As long as you got Patrick Mahomes still there, you got a shot. That's all I'm saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Because if nothing else, he'd have ran with that damn football. If nothing else.
But if you take away Patrick Mahomes, you don't have absolutely no shot. I'm not saying if you take a lot away from Patrick Mahomes that they're going to win it. What I'm saying is they still have a shot to win it. But if you leave everything else there and you take Patrick Mahomes away, you don't even got a shot, bro. Like you don't even got a shot. And the things that he's done on the field, like to me, that proves it. You know what I'm saying?
Now we know that Patrick Mahomes can scramble, but he's not a runner with the football. We're talking about a guy in Lamar Jackson who's so electrifying, so mercurial with his legs that you have to defend against him differently. Yep. Again, that doesn't make him a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. We understand that. But when you talk about that fear factor, like, oh my God, do I drop back in coverage? Do I stay? I got a spot. I got to make sure I might have 6 cats in the secondary, but it's going to be 5 when it goes.
So my thing is, if that's the case, and he's to be feared so much, why doesn't he? Bro, Lamar Jackson is my favorite player. I'm saying this as Lamar Jackson being my favorite player. Not only does he not have a Super Bowl championship, he's never even been to a Super Bowl. He's never even appeared in one. So if he's to be feared so much, where is that fear factor when it matters most? That's what I'm saying. Like, it can't just be you able to do all of this stuff in the regular season when you know you got another game to play next week. But then when it's sudden death and it's win or go home, you know where to be found. I don't get that. I just don't get that way of thinking, bro. Like, you have to get it done when it matters most.
Goes up against him because I got to keep.
Golden Lens said, so if the Klay Thompsons of the world don't show up, it makes a player worse than the one whose Klay Thompson do show up. What you mean by that, bro? I'm confused. My fault. I'm confused by that question, though. Golden said Chad Henne was able to win a playoff game on the Chiefs in the Super Bowl run. Chad Henne. I mean, my thing is like this, bro. I know who Chad Henne is. I remember Chad Henne. I remember that he was a backup. But you saying that Chad Henne won a playoff? So where was, because I don't remember Patrick Mahomes ever like missing a playoff game. Now, Patrick Mahomes has won playoff games while being hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember, was it either last year? I think it was the year before last. Remember he had the knee or the ankle or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And they didn't even know if he was going to play or not. You know what I'm saying? And he found a way to like toughen it out and not only, you know what I'm saying, win the game, but they went on to win the Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? So, but I don't, remind me though, I remember Chad Henne coming in and winning like a regular season game or two when Patrick Mahomes had to miss a game or two. I remember that, but I don't remember Patrick Mahomes ever being, and forgive me if I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying? Forgive me if I'm wrong. Mahomes got injured in the divisional in 2022 while they losing, and Henne took over and they won. Okay. And that's good, but that doesn't, to me, that doesn't take away from Patrick Mahomes though. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't take away from Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has been there and he's been the starter for every Super Bowl and that they've won. And Andy Reid has not won any Super Bowls without Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? He's appeared in a Super Bowl when Andy Reid is a great coach. I'm not taking away the fact that, you know, Andy Reid is the play caller and he's the coach, and he also appeared in a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles back in the day in 2004. I'm not taking away none of that. But at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. It all goes back to winning. So he was never able to close the deal until he had Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? And they got 3 and they've been to 5. You know what I'm saying? In a very short time span. And like I said, Patrick Mahomes has never they've never ended a season less than the championship game round. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't know. Patrick Mahomes don't know what it feel like to not make the playoffs. He don't know what it feel like to lose in the divisional round. In the wild card round, and he don't know what it feel like to lose in the divisional round. He only knows what it feels like to win Super Bowls or to lose in the Super Bowl or lose in the AFC Championship game. Like, that's an incredible stat, bro. That, like, regardless of whatever, however you feel, whatever, that's an incredible stat to say that, bro, it's hard. It's extremely hard. See, when you got a player that's as great as Patrick Mahomes, bro, he makes it look like it's easy to do this. It's not easy to do this, bro. He's just great. You know what I'm saying? So it's extremely hard, bro, to every year for 7 straight years to play in the championship game. You feel me? It shows that it's Mahomes' surroundings, not Mahomes himself. I disagree. You know what I'm saying? Like the only who's the Hall of Fame? The only Hall of Famer that has had consistently is Travis Kelce. That's it. Other than that, bro, he's not playing with no Hall of Fame running backs. He's not playing with no Hall of Fame running backs in their prime. He's not playing with a whole bunch of Jerry Rices and Randy Mosses and Terrell Owens and all that. You know what I'm saying? He had Tyreek Hill for 1 Super Bowl. For 1. But he won 2 without him. you know, it's all good. I just disagree, bro. I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just his surroundings. If anything, I would say he maybe benefit off the fact that he has a great coach. You know what I'm saying? Chris Jones and Tyrann Mathieu are both. Tyrann Mathieu is not a Hall of Famer, and Tyrann Mathieu is not, in my opinion, he's not. I don't believe Tyrann Mathieu is going to the Hall of Fame. Chris Jones, okay, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, that's on the defensive end, right? That's a defensive player, so that has nothing to do with Patrick Mahomes. Not only that, are we going to say the same thing about Joe Montana? You know what I mean? He had Charles Haley over there. He had Ronnie Lott over there. You know what I mean? Are we going to say the same thing about Steve Young? He had Deion Sanders. You know what I mean? And like, bro, like we can't apply these rules to just Patrick Mahomes like other quarterbacks also didn't have great players playing along with them too. You know what I'm saying? Like Tom Brady as well. So Patrick Mahomes is not the only quarterback to have played on the same team with a great defensive player, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go to Leandro says playoff stats are average and his regular season stats the last few years have been bad. I'll give you this. I will give you this, Goated. I'll give you this. In the Super Bowls that he has won, and most of the Super Bowls that Patrick Mahomes has played in, he hasn't had those typical Patrick Mahomes type games. I'll give you that. I can say the same thing about Steph Curry though. And a lot of times when Steph Curry, outside of the 2022 finals, you know what I'm saying? And Steph Curry, my favorite player. You feel me? But I'm saying the thing about it, bro, is when you win, all of those little details are going out, bro, because you won the game. The only thing that matters is to at the end of the game have more points than the other team. And it's just the way it is, bro. If you win a championship, all of the little details and the little falters that you had on the way to that championship, they're going to maybe remember it a little bit, but for the most part, they're going to get thrown out, bro, because all people are going to remember is at the end of the day, you was hoisting the trophy. You know what I'm saying? And that is kind of how it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what matters the most, bro, is at the end of the game. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, did you find a way to get it done, bro? Tom Brady, oh my gosh, his 4th Super Bowl. If it's not for old boy that intercepted that pass in the end zone, like, so I'm just saying, bro, you need stuff like that to happen, bro. That game got sealed. That Super Bowl, that was the 2014 season. Okay. That Super Bowl was sealed with Tom Brady on the bench. With Tom Brady on the bench. All they had to do was hand the ball to Marshawn Lynch, and they would have been back-to-back champions. Okay? So I'm just saying, bro, that you need these type of things to have. It's not gonna, but guess what? Malcolm Butler. If Malcolm Butler don't intercept that pass, that's a 3rd straight Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And they're 3-3, and Tom Brady is 3-3 instead of 4-2. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, bro, like. So what I'm saying is, my point is, then you could say what you saying about Patrick Mahomes, you could say that same thing about Tom Brady. And that Super Bowl, you can say, well, it was what happened around him. Malcolm Butler, you know what I mean? Like, you could say that. But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, bro, Patrick Mahomes has three Super Bowl victories, bro. He got the MVPs to go along with it. He got the individual stats to go along with it. He got the accolades to go along with it. So it's not like he's just being assisted by all of it. And then he don't have a whole, but like, I understand, bro, like you have to have, and bro, in order to win the Super Bowl, it's not going to just be the quarterback. Every team that wins the Super Bowl, you have to have other great players on the team. So like that, that's the reason why I'm saying I don't think that's a good argument, bro, because you have to have other great players on the team to win. You know what I'm saying? It's not just going to be just the quarterback and just that's it. Like I don't think no one has ever won a championship, in particular since we're talking about the NFL. I don't think no team has ever won a Super Bowl and it was like just the quarterback. Like the defense was shit. Nobody did nothing on the defense. Nobody was like, you know what I'm saying? Like football is the most team sport. You know what I mean? Like you're dependent on your teammates. You know what I'm saying? When Patrick Mahomes throws somebody the football, they got to catch it. If they don't catch it, then it, you know what I mean? Like that's a drop, that's whatever, you know what I mean? Like then it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good conversation though, bro. It's a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? You know I love you, Goated. You know what I'm saying? You know you my boy. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? And sometimes we gon', you know what I mean? That's the reason why I like doing this, because you know, sometimes you're gonna have friendly, you know, back and forth disagreements, you know what I'm saying? But I just and like I said, I'm no Patrick Mahomes fan, bro, or none of that. I just respect I respect champions, you know what I'm saying? And I respect his greatness, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just calling it how I see it. You know what I mean? That's just that's it, you know what I mean? But yeah. I'm gonna get to my last topic
because of how electric body is with,
but I want to finish this.
Football. And now that he's improved his ability to pass the football, we got to take those things into consideration. That doesn't make him better, but I'm talking about when you talk about fear.
Before guesting, I was juggling between spreadsheets,
my bad,
and a bunch of tool naps. My system kind of worked until.
Because of his athletic ability and what he brings to that quarterback position.
You coming around.
I have to go with Lamar Jackson.
So what is scary, talking to defensive coordinators and defensive players over a season, when they talk about having to face Patrick Mahomes, they always say the most frustrating thing is that when he holds the ball, you know that you got to cover your man. You got to cover these wide receivers, because if he evades pressure, he can find somebody. And they're like, the seconds you just want him to get rid of the ball. And there's nothing worse. The fear with Patrick Mahomes is the play is never, ever over. So the Chiefs, they end up practicing these 15, 18-play drives right now in training camp, because they know they can methodically move the ball, and then maybe Patrick.
I mean, we get it. We get it. You leading the way on this one. Sort of, kind of.
I don't think so. Yes, I don't think so.
Listen, the conversation often all the way comes down to the hardware. And
that's not true. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this question.
We gotta go to bump, so hurry up.
All right.
No, go ahead, quick.
Who played in the game before the Super Bowl? Kansas City and who?
Josh. I don't remember.
It was Buffalo.
Yeah, the Buffalo.
And who won? Kansas City. The year previous, who played in the AFC Championship and who won?
Kansas City, Baltimore.
Okay.
That was tough.
Is that
I didn't say he was. I didn't say he was better.
We cannot. I'm not talking about better. I'm talking about fear. Okay, I understand what y'all saying.
They want to get, what was that, 17-10? What was the final score of that game? That is the first time we saw them look.
Do you not fear the guy?
I didn't say you don't fear him. I'm talking about a comparison to Lamar Jackson. Why are you sitting up there like you huffing and puffing like it's a problem? I mean, it's a legitimate argument.
Right, and you're wrong.
No, I don't think I'm wrong.
You are absolutely. I don't think I'm wrong. There is no way possible you could say Lamar Jackson.
That Lamar Jackson could possibly be. Listen, that Lamar Jackson could be more. Listen, Kimberly comes together about.
You can blow a head gasket.
NFL players and they talk about Lamar Jackson. What they saying? They can't possibly feel that way. They don't want playing. They telling her that. So
you making this? You making it up?
I don't care
What
what
is your
they said.
What is your statement to make? What is your gripe?
How many Super Bowls have we watched Kansas City Chiefs?
Okay, so we're going to hardware, which is fair.
No, not hardware.
No, we're not. Okay.
You have to beat the guy that they talking about to get there.
Okay.
We've also lamented opposing defenses. We've lamented coaches.
See?
I'm just saying it doesn't come down to that. Excuse me. When Baltimore lost in the playoffs last year, does Mark Andrews, if he catches that pass,
Hey, audience, I got a question for y'all. When Lamar Jackson plays Patrick Mahomes, who do y'all think gonna win? When he plays Josh Allen, who do y'all think gonna win? Okay. All right.
Jaylen, time out. When he plays, be quiet. Hold on. When he plays, who gonna win? But do you fear Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes? Okay, it ain't just about the winning. That's why I'm hosting because we.
What? It ain't just about that's absolutely ridiculous to say, bro.
Who's the ready to defend the Super Bowl champions? But we ain't comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. It ain't about the damn trophy and everything.
This is like y'all saying you feared Michael Vick more than you feared Tom Brady. You understand that's the person that I'm looking at.
Yes, it is.
No, because there was an incredible discrepancy between Tom Brady and Michael Vick that does not exist between Patrick Mahomes and Lamar.
How?
There's an incredible discrepancy.
Yes, there is.
What you standing up for?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. See, and this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. The perception is since Lamar Jackson got all of these MVPs like that, he's on the same level with Patrick. Like, he's one of the best quarterbacks. I give you that. He's top 2, 3, but there is a discrepancy there, bro. I'm sorry. There's a discrepancy in between, maybe not as big as like a Tom Brady to a Michael Vick, but there is a discrepancy between Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Like, period, point blank. If there wasn't, then Lamar Jackson would have at least appeared in at least one Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And or at least have one Super Bowl victory. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? There's no other way to slice it, bro. And like I said, I'll boil it down to this. I boil it all down to this right here. Off what history has told us, off what we've seen so far out of both of their careers in big games, big moments, playoff games. Okay? 2 minutes to go. Your team is down by a touchdown or less and needs a touchdown or needs to get into field goal range and score to win the game. Who do you want on your team as the quarterback? Do you want Lamar Jackson or do you want Patrick Mahomes? There's only one correct answer, bro. There's only one correct answer. The correct answer is the guy that got 3 Super Bowl wins, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen him do this over and over again. We've seen it. We've seen this man beat down, need a score to go down there and win. You know what I'm saying? And he gets it. More than not, he gets it done. More than not, Lamar Jackson doesn't get it done. I'm just saying. So that's what I boil it down to. 2 minutes to go. 2-minute drill. You down by a touchdown or less, and you need a touchdown or you need a score to win. Would you rather have Patrick Mahomes or would you rather have Lamar Jackson? History tells me I gotta have Patrick Mahomes. That's just what it tells me. You know what I mean? A lot of times, especially these past couple years, I think that most people would say that Lamar Jackson has had the better team. He's had the overall better team. You know what I'm saying? So and Lamar and Patrick Mahomes has still found a way to be in 2 Super Bowls and win 1. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just that's I just wanted to speak on that too. You know what I'm saying? That's my that's where I stand with that. You feel me? It didn't make no sense to me how for somebody to say that Lamar Jackson is harder to game plan for than I'm tripping. Harder to game plan for than Patrick Mahomes. That doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But the last thing I wanted to talk about, this is just something funny. I mean, I'm not going to talk about this for too long. I may speak about this. I don't have no type of knowledge on this at all. But the WNBA. The WNBA I guess for the fourth time in the past whatever, I don't know, somebody has thrown dildos on the court. Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I thought you were coming this evening.
What's going on?
Yeah, what is?
Yeah, I'll be over there. I'm busy right now. I'm doing something. A podcast. All right. So the last 4 times, I guess, over the last whatever, I don't know, they out there throwing dildos out there. And to me, bro, yes, it might be sexist. You know what I'm saying? It might be it may, show that there's a lack of respect for these WNBA players. All that may be true. But to say that this ain't funny, I mean, it's totally funny. You understand me? Once again, I wanted to play something from my boy. You know what I mean? I disagree with, you feel me? I heard his take on it, and I'm like, come on, bro. Come on, big dog. Now you understand me? Now you acting like now you with the Me Too movement and all that. You understand me? But my boy, what's his face? My boy Too Raw for TV. Love his channel, love his content. Y'all go follow Too Raw. You know what I mean? If y'all haven't followed him already, if y'all don't know who he is, go check out his content. But he did he did a take on this. Let me see. Hold on. First of all, let me see. Before I pull that up, let me try to pull up somebody else talking about this. Let me see. Type in WNBA throwing things on. Hold on. I didn't hear about this until you.
I don't read anymore. I gave up reading.
I didn't hear about this until yesterday, and I just think it's just funny, bro. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's absolutely hilarious. I know how, people want to take it and say, oh, they don't got respect for the women, you know what I mean, all that. Bro, I'm a grown ass man that still has the humor of a child. This shit is funny to me. I'm sorry.
How? The heck was that? Oh, no, don't. I almost had a heart attack. I thought that one was mine. Me too.
Hold on, bro. Look. Hold on. It's right there. Hold on. To me, the fact that somebody even thought about doing this, you understand me? It's actually pretty genius. You understand me? Because it's funny, bruh. Like, I'm sorry. And it kind of goes to show that even though the WNBA is on the come up somewhat, and you know what I mean, it's really all because of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is who got the WNBA popping. I'm sorry. But I know they kind of, you know, they're a little more popular now and all that. But what it still shows is that they're not as like popular and as popping as everyone is trying to make them seem, bro. I know the ratings is up a little bit and all that, and they was at the All-Star game. They was at their All-Star weekend, talk about pay us what you owe us and all that. And it's like, bro. And I didn't know this, but they said the WNBA, the league actually lost money last year. They spent more money than they made. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no other profession or no other field where the employees can ask for more money or think they deserve to get paid more money and the company lost money. You feel me? So, you know, it just shows, bro, that they're not as popping as everybody trying to make it seem. I know me, and I'm going to just say this, and it's no disrespect because I got daughters. I got 2 daughters, you know what I mean? And if my daughters, either one of my daughters or both, happen to be, you know, happen to make it to the WNBA and play, I'm going to be right there rooting them on, watching the games and this and that. But it just is what it is, bro. Like, outside of Caitlin Clark, and even her sometimes, but outside of Caitlin Clark, bro, I have no interest to watch the WNBA. I'm sorry. I just don't. It just don't do it for me. You know what I mean? Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, this and that. It just don't do it for me. Like, I can't just sit down and just watch a WNBA game like that. It just it doesn't do it for me unless I have some type of vested interest in it. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, you know, if I knew somebody that was playing, you know, a family member or, you know what I mean, something like that, you know, or only if like Caitlin Clark is playing, then I may watch. Other than that, I don't have any interest in watching the WNBA. I just don't. Like, it just don't do it for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at with it. I don't feel bad about it. You know what I mean? Because it's just like anything else that I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like a certain style of a certain rapper, you know what I mean? Or whatever. Like, I don't feel bad because I don't listen to Kid Cudi, or I don't listen to you know, Tyler the Creator or something like that. That's just not, they're not my cup of tea. It's the same thing with the WNBA. It's not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. So for me, I think this is absolutely hilarious. And like I said, it shows that even though the WNBA is having a little, they're having a kind of a somewhat of a, not explosion, but they're having a somewhat of a comeuppance as far as their popularity and all that. It's still not, it's nowhere near what they trying to portray it to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like this game's, oh, everybody interested in the WNBA now. There's no. We're not. Maybe 1 or 2 players. But that's it. But I think this is hilarious. I think it's absolutely hilarious. There you go, right there. So, you know what I'm saying? They threw it on the court.
The heck was that? Oh, no, don't kick it. I almost had a heart attack. I thought that one was mine. Me too, girl. Let me see. What is it? Oh, it's wet. Oh, gross. Bro, why would you touch it? Bro, how are they getting these things in there? Well, I guess it's only 2 places. But I bet this is the security guard for the WNBA. All right, we got Reese working on that layup package. Wide open lay. All right, that was just a warm-up. This one's for real. All right, make the layup.
Come
all right,
on,
look,
man.
You make this one, you get a pay raise. All right, go completely wide open. All right, your ass owe the league some money now. All right, it's cool. You can't make a lay. At least shoot the J.
Brick.
All right, we done. Oh, hell no. What is that? Somebody come get this up. See, what is it? We got a dilly on the floor. Oh, I know how to handle these. Yeah. Hey, yo. Whoa. Oh. Hey.
If you smell
You need to be.
What I do?
Hey, yo, hold up. Fans throw a wild object on court during WNBA game. Hold on. Let's see this.
Why can't you stay organized? I've experienced this
This is
myself,
funny,
and it's
bro.
called
I'm
chronic
sorry.
impulse control.
This
where you
is
prioritize
funny.
A few odd things have happened in the WNBA tonight, starting off with the game between Atlanta and Golden State, where a fan threw a bright green, how can you say it on YouTube? A toy onto the court.
Somebody out there throwing dildos on the court.
As we see the reaction from one of the Atlanta Dream
Look,
players.
she like-
Someone is definitely getting fired for this close-up of the object.
Yeah, and no one's picked the object up yet.
Look, they laughing. They laughing. They know this is funny, bro.
Escorted off the court, but we take the video to LA between the Sparks and the Aces, and if you were ever
they
of
think it's
becoming
funny
a Sportz
too.
mascot, think again. After the LA Sparks mascot was almost knocked out from a team entertainer doing a backflip, and the best bit about it is the close-up of the faces.
WNBA, y'all need to get y'all shit together, man.
And this mascot now has a bandage on its head. But in attendance for this Sparks Aces game, Russell Westbrook was seen chopping it up with Serge Ibaka, and he was also seen talking to DeMar DeRozan. Westbrook heavily linked to the Sacramento Kings in this free agency. I wonder what they're talking about. But here's some Aces players talking about what happened during their game.
At the end there, did you guys notice when something was wrong on the court? Like, what happens, like, when something like that happens? That was super distracting?
I mean, first of all, it was super dangerous, and then when we find out what it was, I guess we just started laughing. Never seen anything like that, but yeah, I'm just glad we went through that.
Hey, look, bro. Even they're laughing, bro, because they know it's funny, but you know it does show disrespect, bro. I'm not gonna say that it doesn't show a level of disrespect, but this is hilarious, bro. But let me play let me see Too Raw for TV. Let me play Too Raw for TV's video on this. Let me see. Shorts, videos. Right here. Right here. Cause I mean, I see what he's trying to say, bro, but he getting a little bit too serious with it. You know what I mean? It's like,
imagine
bro, it's
being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
But once I do this, I'm gonna get off here.
For me to talk about this situation now. This has happened quite a few times. Now, you may have heard about these recent incidences that have occurred in WNBA games where some idiotic fan has chosen to throw sex toys onto the court. I believe it happened for a fourth time recently. A fourth time. in the waning moments of a game between the Atlanta Dream and the Chicago Sky. It happened. It almost happened for a fifth time. I can't remember who the game who was involved in the game, but it almost happened for a fifth time. But the idiot who tried to throw it onto the court actually hit a fan. I think it was a kid that got hit with the damn thing, man. And, you know, I just look at it like, obviously, it is sexist.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sexist act. Let's be honest. I mean, you can say it's being funny.
It is funny.
You can say they're trying to be funny or whatever.
It is funny, bro.
It's pretty sexist to carry a green dildo onto the court. Well, excuse me, carry a green dildo with you to a game with the premeditated intent on hurling it onto the floor, which in essence is showing your disgust for the WNBA product. And
it's just a joke, bro. Like, it's actually pretty genius, if you ask me.
And for women athletes, that's kind of how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not funny.
It's totally funny.
Because
it's absolutely funny. It's hilarious.
This is assault.
Oh my gosh. See, this is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what I'm talking about. See, he went too far. Too raw. I love you, man. Hey, I like your channel, man. I'm subscribed, all that, man. I love your content. I'm gonna keep watching. I don't agree with everything you say, you know what I mean? But I enjoy your content. But come on, bro. Assault, stop it, bro. Like now you pandering to these women, fam. Like, come on, man. Like you doing too much now.
What's the big deal? I mean, it's a deal, but it's funny. No, a rock is a rock, right? Left to its own,
bro,
environment, a rock could be a beautiful thing to observe. Rocks, right? But if you throw a rock,
they didn't throw a rock, bro. They wouldn't throw a rock onto the court because that has no type of, that would have no type of like reaction or like effect on. They threw a dildo because it's funny. That's the reason why they so to say, oh, well, if you throw a rock, it's assault. That's not assault, bro. Like, what is you talking about? Anybody that knows, bro, what a dildo is like, what? It's like kind of like squishy. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a hard pause. It's not like a rock hard object. Pause. Big pause, my nigga. Yes, that be. It's like kind of like squishy, and you know what I mean? Like, like a rock is like, it's something that can really injure somebody. Nobody would throw a rock out there because they know that if they get caught throwing a rock, you can go to jail for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you could really hurt somebody. So I believe Too Raw is going a little bit too far and a little bit overboard by talking about it's assault and then comparing it to throwing a rock and all that. I understand what he's trying to say. What he's trying to say is anything that you launch from a distance, like if you if you up really high in a sky-rise building, you know what I mean? A type of building, and you like drop a penny out of the window, as it's falling down to the ground, it's going to pick up speed. It's going to, and depending on how high you drop it from, if it happens to hit somebody in the head from way up top, it, you know what I mean? It's going to have it's going to feel, it can hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to have an effect like it's a, like somebody did throw a heavy object. So I get what he's trying to say, but man, for one, like they're not whoever's doing this, obviously they not way up in the nosebleeds, because you wouldn't be able to throw that from where, like, I've been to games where I'm sitting in the nosebleeds. Okay, like you can't throw nothing from the nosebleeds and have it make the court. You just it's too far up. You just can't do that. So whoever's throwing these dildos, they're not way up there to where this is something that could, you know, gain high velocity, and by the time it reaches the court, if it hits somebody, then it could injure them or hurt them or something like that. You can see the way it hits the ground that it's not, that whoever it is not way high up. They may be kind of high up. I know they're not like hella close to the floor seats. Otherwise, they would, you know, you would be able to point them out. But they're also not sitting in nosebleeds. You know what I'm saying? Because that's way too high to throw something and have it reach the court. You know what I'm saying? So he's going a little bit too overboard with this take on this. You know what I mean? He's pandering to the women and you know, for whatever reason. I don't know why, but you know what I mean? That's what he's doing.
It becomes a weapon. A toothbrush is a toothbrush, right? If I jab a toothbrush hard enough, it can impale somebody. It becomes a weapon.
This dude.
So yes, if you're throwing this thing around, technically, it is assault. That doesn't have the velocity or the surface area. You know, you're not throwing it with velocity, or you know, or doesn't have the surface hardness of a rock, but still, you can cause
exactly. That's what I just
harm,
said.
especially
you can't cause no harm
if
with
somebody,
dildo,
one of these WNBA players, steps on it.
I finally got my claim for my car.
I agree more with that. I do agree more with that. Okay, you can.
Accident. They only offered me $5,000.
Even though
$5 grand, I had a car accident and I got offered 52 grand.
Even though it's not highly probable that they would get injured off that, it is still a possibility that, you know, if you throw something like that on the floor, somebody not see it and it end up landing right under somebody's foot, and they slide on it and fall and sprain their ankle or roll their ankle, or, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so I agree with that part of it. It's just not highly likely for that to happen because it's too many people on the court. And it's too many people around the court, fans and cameramen and, you know, coaches and all that. So as soon as someone sees that, they're going to immediately stop the game. Like they did in those two instances that I showed. They're going to immediately stop the game and get it off the court. So,
and she suffers an injury, that's on your ass. Then you're really going to be fucking held liable as far as, you know what I'm saying, causing injury and other legal issues. So at the end of the day, it is stupid to me. But, you know, there's always been this, and I would say it's gotten worse over the recent years, this undercurrent culture of men who seem to despise women, and they can't seem to hide this disdain for women. But yet, you know, they claim they hate women so much, but yet at the same time, they can't stay away from them. They're bullies, is what I'm trying to get at. Like, they're basically like bullies of chicks. And
see, he's going down a road of you know, you're gonna get a lot of dudes out here saying you simping, bro. Like, cause like you let me look at some of the comments. See, look, people like despicable and immature behavior. This generation is doomed. Imagine buying a ticket to do this and get kicked out. Dude, you think anybody care about getting kicked out? Who I can guarantee you, I can almost 100% satisfactory guarantee you, whoever did this knew they well knew that there's a possibility that I could get caught and get thrown out of the game. And I'm telling you right now, they did not care. Okay? They did not care. Anybody that would even think about doing something like this don't care about getting kicked out of no damn WNBA. You think anybody care about getting... Oh, man, you got kicked out of the... Man, don't nobody care about getting kicked out of a damn WNBA game. Motherfucker don't want to be there anyway. So, man, whoever did this, they could care less. It probably would have been an honor to get kicked out of that motherfucker. You feel me? I'm sorry, but I know and it's just real talk. I'm sorry, but I know I'm wrong, but I can't stop laughing. Bro, it's funny, dog. It's absolutely funny. ESPN, let me see. I hope I don't get tired of chuckling to this kind of news coming from the WNBA. Straight up, bro, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. And that's one reason why I decided to do it, to talk about it towards the end of this live, because it's absolutely funny, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care how old I get. Something like this, I will never lose my humor for this. Like, this is absolutely hilarious for somebody to, and they're repeatedly doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's nationwide. They go on the WNBA games, throwing dildos on the court. It didn't happen 4 times. You feel me? Somebody said, I can't call it sexist when they do it at Buffalo Bills games for years now, too. And that's what I'm saying. Like, he trying to make it seem like, oh, this is sexist. I'm not saying that it's not sexist, but I'm saying, bro, people been coming to professional games, even, at where men play and throwing stuff on the, you know what I mean? Like, man, when Deshaun Watson, once he came back, and he wasn't suspended no more off his little sexual assault accusations and all that. Y'all know he was at the massage parlor. Man, them people was in the stands with little mini massage tables. You feel me? So fans do this, bruh. Like, and I understand that now maybe throwing something on the actual court or the field, you know what I mean, is a little extra. Even though in football they do that. They've been doing that in football. This ain't nothing new. But I just don't agree with trying to make it seem like, oh, they're doing this to, you know what I mean? And they it may be a little sexist. It may show the lack of respect for WNBA players. But at the end of the day, it's funny. You feel me? I'm sorry. It just is. And to say it's assault, come on, bro. You pandering to the women.
And, I've said this before. They're almost like Mean. Remember that movie Mean Girls? It's like a lot of guys have turned into Mean Girls, but they bully chicks. I don't know where it comes from. I guess it comes from a combination of, trauma from being rejected by a certain type of chick to the point where any girl that resembles that type of chick, this type of girl that's sort of not attainable, a girl that's out of your league, you already have these.
No, that's false. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This is how I can tell this is somebody. This dude don't know nothing about getting females, bro. You know what I'm saying? He don't get a whole bunch of shit because it has nothing to do with that. There's plenty of dudes that get all type of females and don't get rejected, but they have a sense of humor to do stuff like this. It ain't just dudes that don't know how to get females and get rejected all the time, so they have something against women. So then it ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. It's just something funny that somebody thought about doing, so they did it. So most of the time, it don't come from a dude that can't get women. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, it's the dudes that do get women that do stuff like this.
horrible, harsh feelings towards them, and you try to bully them, you try to ruin their confidence, and I see it a lot lately. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not ruining their confidence, bro, because as you can see, he's trying to make it all serious and all that. Dude, the players, the refs, I see, and the coaches, security was out there, police was out there in the court. They were all laughing. They was all laughing as well, bro. They think it's funny too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't agree with this take. I don't agree with trying to cape for these women and trying to act like you all pro. You know, ain't nothing wrong with being pro woman and like I'm just saying, like, I don't understand the pandering to women over this and acting like it's more than what it is. It's just something funny. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not saying that that's what's going on, but that's just a theory I have for some of these dudes. The other thing is that some of these guys it could be that some of these guys are just kids, hormonal, immature.
Yeah.
You know, idiots. It's just.
Yeah, you never know. It could have been a 17-year-old boy that did it. Like, you never know, bro. You know what I mean? Either way, you know, it's funny. I got a laugh out of it, and I just wanted to speak on that. You know what I mean? Just because I thought it was funny. You know what I mean? But that's it on this one, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my people, you know what I mean, that came in, tapped in with me. You know what I'm saying? Goated Leanne. Some of my usual suspects wasn't in here on this one, you know what I mean, but it's all good. Yeah, so we right in the swing of things, you know what I'm saying? We as far as we back at it with the with football, you know what I'm saying? NFL is back. You feel me? I missed the whole damn Niners game fucking with y'all. I forgot it was on.
If you don't understand how the NFL works, when a starter is in
during
game week, they get all the reps. The backup quarterbacks run the scout team. They run the other team's offense. So you have to be prepared.
He is
okay. It's still on right now.
Late start with training camp. They want
but the Niners getting blown out.
the hamstring, but it's ramp up and roll because.
But yeah. Shout out to all y'all. You feel me? NFL season is back. So you know what I mean? I'm finna transition to a whole bunch of NFL topics over NBA topics, but anytime anything basketball wise, NBA wise pop up that's newsworthy, you know I'm gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? Especially if it has anything to do with LeBron James. You dig? But yeah, I'm going though, bro. I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one. Snax on Sports. I'll be back with another one. All right.